Well, welcome everybody to the finals day here at Wyong. We're at Morrie Breen Oval for the Central Coast Sevens for the third year in a row on Bar TV Sports. Of course, it's a lovely day here. A little bit of cloud cover early on, but the University of Newcastle Sevens is going to be a massive day here, finals day. We saw some great action all day yesterday, featuring some of the best teams in Australasia and indeed the world. And with us right now in the commentary box, he's going to be leaving at 12, so it's a special treat to have him here. Peter Jolly. How are you, Peter?
Yeah, very well, Gareth. Good morning to you and good morning to everybody around the world. Tune in to finals day here for the Central Coast Sevens. As you said, we have an absolute plethora of games to get through here this morning, and what a way to kick off our contest at 10 o'clock this morning. The Aussie Pearls taking on the Ausbox, and an all-Australian affair. And if anything of yesterday's talent is to go by, this game, Gareth, should be an absolute cracker.
Oh, it's going to be an unbelievable game. The Ausbox, a little bit disappointing in the game we saw yesterday, but the Aussie Pearls gold. I mean, they're out and out class. They should win this tournament by a long way, but this game is going to set their day and set out how they're going to play for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, well, you're exactly right. I mean, the Aussie Pearls, there's a number of Rio gold medalists in their squad. They're also the defending champions. They're also the World Series champions. And also, they're trying to crack into the World Series in a couple of weeks' time as well. So this should be an absolute ripper. Beautiful day here on the coast as well. Yesterday we had that rain throughout the day, but the ground is in an immaculate condition, and we should be in for some enterprising rugby sevens throughout the day.
Well, we certainly have seen some skill on display here, Peter. It has been one of the true tournaments throughout the years that really sets the rest of the year up for the Seven Series for a couple of these international side. The interesting thing yesterday in the Kinesio Cup side of the draw, the women's draw, the Japanese development team, they were the out-and-out superstars.
Oh, they absolutely blew everybody off the park yesterday, the Japan side, and they'll be featuring in our second match at 10:20 this morning. They'll be taking on the New Zealand Wasps, so hang around for that. Hang around for the entire day, because this is finals rugby, and it doesn't come much better than this. The competition, well, it's been absolutely fantastic to watch. A lot of the players yesterday have told us this morning they love coming here to the Central Coast. They love throwing it around, and that's what the competition's all about. It's about mixing it with youth and experience, and also blooding a lot more talent for future years to come.
Well, it's always a great tournament. It's always fun up here in the party box, Peter. So if you want to get in contact with us, it's hashtag CC7s on all your social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and of course, hashtag partybox.
Indeed. And we'd just like to thank everybody from around the world yesterday. The ratings yesterday are back, and we have to say a combined total nudging 20+ thousand viewers across the entire day. So, that's an absolute plethora of results, and we're not too far away for the first match kicking off in a few minutes' time.
Well, we're going to go down as well, Peter, to our sideline eye catcher. She's going to give us a bit of a conditions report down there. Over to you, catcher.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to finals day at Central Coast Sevens. Ground is looking good, held up well after the rain yesterday. Sun is out, radar looks good. It's a bit chilly though, so it's going to be a great day. Let's see how our Fijian teams deal with the cold. And yeah, will be a cracker day. Thanks.
Oh, catcher, she's excited. She's pumped just like the rest of us, Gareth.
Well, she's been getting all the big interviews yesterday. She got Andy Friend. She got all the Australian Pearls girls. She got Tim Walsh as well. And a splattering of some of the superstars and talent in this Central Coast Sevens setup. We're going to have a big day into the party box. A couple of Pearls girls, the Pearls ladies, are going to be joining us up here. And of course, a couple of the Devetta guys. And a couple of the Australian Sevens male side as well, Peter.
Indeed. So the next 4 games will be the Cup Division, the quarterfinals. So we're just waiting now for the Aussie Pearls to come out onto the field to take on the Ausbox. There you can see them coming out onto the field very shortly. Then that will be followed by Japan taking on the New Zealand Wasps. Then the Police taking on the New South Wales Sevens side. So here we go for our first match. It will be the Australian Pearls running from right to left on the screen. Big crowd in here today. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. This will be a cracker, so buckle up your seatbelt. There'll be an absolute tri-fest of tries here this morning.
Well, it's a massive day here, and we're going live all the way till about 5:30 on the Central Coast. Maury Breen Oval. It's come out of an absolute treat after a lot of rainfall, as Kat just said. And the conditions, we thought they were going to clear all day today, but the wind certainly hasn't disappeared here on the Central Coast. And now the Ausbox women, they're going to be playing in the blue strip today, playing against, of course, the Australian side, sponsored by Qantas. And, of course, we mentioned yesterday, plenty of frequent flyer points to be earned by these girls here.
So we're about set to go. The quarterfinal for the Cup division, and the Pearls get us underway. And it hasn't quite gone the required metres until now.
Well, it bounced over there, so lucky for the Pearls, the early blemish. They wouldn't have needed that one, Peter, as they look to spread the ball around the Ausbox.
Yeah, the Ausbox just go up the middle of the field. This is where they were strong yesterday. This is where they'll dominate if they can get possession, but unfortunately they've turned it over. And now here we see the Australian Pearl spinning it out wide. That's Parry. She comes back on the inside, and she's down with inside the 22. They'll spin it from right to left. Opportunity now. It comes back away now to Kaslik. Out wider. Back to Morrison. Morrison's got support. Tony Gato. She'll score the first try. Try time to the Australians. They lead 5-0.
Well, it didn't take them long, and all matches yesterday, they scored under a minute, Peter, and they've kept true to that form. And look at that. Tony Gato. She's leading the try scoring, I believe, in this tournament at the moment.
Well, let's have a look on the instant replay of this try in the first 2 minutes of the match. It was beautiful support play. Have a look at this. Draw and pass. Positional play superb by Tony Gato. She got on the outside of Skelton, and that's the first try here after 2 minutes to that point. Scorer on screen right now. 5-0. Here's the kick now from 5 metres in. Absolute shocker of a kick, if you could say that. But there's the try scorer.
She got them off the boot nicely yesterday, but this wind, it's coming across the field, so that was a tough kick from the sideline there as she comes back now to take the kick-off. And we saw off that first kick-off, didn't go 10 on the full, but this wind, they're going to have to try and kick deep here, I'd imagine, Peter.
Yeah, the wind, of course, pretty much familiar story to yesterday, Gareth. The wind coming out of the south, so it's behind the Aussie Pearls in the first half. That's gone the required meterage.
Well, that was pinpoint there as Parry came through on the ball, but they open up on that far touch line there. Coming infield now, setting up some play and a good chance now to counter as Kaslik. She's standing wide, has Tonegato outside her, and here comes Morrison. It bounces for her, she picks it up, gets away, can't get a ball away, so she'll set up the play here right now as the ball comes out wide. Looking to use the width of the field here, the girls. The Pearls side, sorry. And that's a penalty. So, first blemish, quick tap taken. Kaslik standing to the right. Ball in two hands. Turning the play back infield, looking to link up. And Tonegato, she's there as always. Morrison's on her outside, the in and away. Draw and pass all. And the ball just going through the hands there of Morrison. She picks up, she does well. She'll regroup here. Oh, look at that. Slam down into the ground.
So another chance now for the Pearls. They've had all the possession since the kickoff here. They're leading by 5 points to 0. Are we about to see a try coming out wide? We probably will. Dalton, she gets it back on the inside. And Tony Gato, she gets her second of the day in the space of only 2 minutes.
Oh, she's an absolute superstar, Tony Gato. But let's take nothing away from the other superstars in the side. Kaslik, to Dalton, the big strides, the inside ball. And Tonegato, she's such a brilliant finisher.
Oh, she's a try-scoring machine. She picked up around 5 tries yesterday, and she has started finals day here in absolute perfection form. Have a look at this. There's the support coming from the try-scorer. She picks it up, the ultimate blonde try-scoring machine, and she scores underneath the post. It's early days, but it's still Australia leading by 10 points to 0. The kick is successful as well, Gareth. So we've got 3 minutes to go in the first half. It's the Australian Pearls goal, leading by 12 points to 0 over the Ausbox.
Yeah, we saw them really hit their strides late yesterday afternoon, the Australian Pearls side. Now let's see if they really turn it on coming towards this second half here.
So hashtag CC7s getting contact with us here on the coast.
Well, the ball not making the 10 there, and Tonegato forced to pick the ball up as the Ausbox side with really their first chance now to attack in the game.
So the first time they'll be able to rumble inside the Pearls half here. They've had to wait 5.5 minutes for this opportunity. Let's see what they can dish up. This is Helyu. She offloads the pass. It's on the ground. It's scooped up. There's space out here. If they can execute their movement, this is where they're trying to come. The winger's on the outside in Patricia, but she was unable to get to the ball. It's on the ground, scooped up by the Pearls, but the referee's called it up here right on halfway.
Yeah, a little knock on there and a couple of jersey changes as well for this Ausbox side playing. Obviously, the jersey clash, they had to swap into the Waratahs outfit here today. But in any case, it'll be the Pearls, again, putting pressure in defence here. And we'll see if they can cause a turnover in this scrum, which they did on a couple of times yesterday. Interesting, Parker's come on the field in the pink headgear. Had a good tournament yesterday, had a good day one. And she plays out wide and scores a couple of tries in her own right, Peter.
So the scrum being formed and won here by the Ausbox. They're going to chip and chase. Chipping and chasing. McGregor's going back to clean it up inside her 22. She's got support too. This is where the Australians are dangerous. They love space. They love free movement. And they've got support if they can offload, but they can't, and they take the tackle there. That's Tony Gatto. She'll now throw it out wide. Comes back to now to McGregor. They're about to hit the halfway line. Now to Dalton. She's down the touchline. She's got support. It comes back there now to Anderson. Shut the gate. That's the third try in the first half. And they're over again. It's 17 points to 0. It's a carve up early on.
Well, shut the gate. The horses bolted. Reminiscence of the great Winks yesterday. That was about 8 lengths there, Peter.
Oh, bolted in. And looks like in the first half, the Australians, if they can keep this up, running like this and support play like that and going 30 metres to score a great try there was Brooke Anderson. That's her first on finals day here in the Central Coast Sevens for 2016. And the kick has hit the post and then it's bounced back and hit the crossbar and back into the field of play. So no change here on the Bar TV Sports scoreboard. We're approaching half-time. It's 17 points to 0. We've seen 3 tries in the first half here to the Aussie Pearls on finals day here in the Central Coast Sevens. So back to halfway. The Aussie Pearls will get us back underway. The siren has gone in the background. So we're only seconds away from half-time here at Maury Breen Oval. Ausbox, what have they got? They've been down in this end of the field for the majority of the first half. They've only been inside the Australian Pearls half for probably about 30 seconds out of that 7 minutes. There's space out wide if they can pass, but they go up the middle and take the tackle there, just short of the halfway line. Back there now to the Australian Pearls, and they come away with it, Gareth. This is the movement that they love to do. This is the movement they're able to get. This is Elliott down the touchline. Great tackle there by the Ausbox.
Yeah, great covering defence there, Peter, as Parker now has the ball. They'll shift it wide. There's plenty of space out there. Caslick goes back infield, tries to palm off Ngawe. Just can't get away.
She can't. She's only within about 15 metres of the line. Siren's gone in the background, and that's half-time. That's half-time in our first match on finals day here at Maury Breen Oval. We go to the break with the Aussie Pearls with a convincing lead at half-time. 17 points to 0 over the Ausbox.
Yes, this Canisier Cup certainly is going to heat up today, and none more so than these Australian Pearls women's side. They are certainly looking like the standout favourites here. Be interesting to see. Up next, we've got Japan playing in the Canisier Cup side of the draw. The Ausbox take nothing away from them. They've had to defend all game, Peter.
Oh, they sure have. But this is the side that's going places in sevens and on the rugby league platform. That's their opposition on screen now, just saying, girls, we just haven't had any possession inside the opposition's half at all throughout the entire 7 minutes here, and that's why they're pretty much down by 17 points to 0. So they're just saying, look, 3 tries in it, they're back into the contest. There's their coach on screen now, Dale Winslow. And there's the wide shot. A bumper crowd in here for finals day. We'll be on air right through to the Cup final, called, of course, by Gareth around 5:20 tonight. So a plethora of sport coming your way today on Bar TV Sports.
Yeah, it certainly is. Big day here in Wyong. Big day at Central Coast. Of course, if you are thinking about coming down the ground, it's an amazing day. There's food stalls, there's food tents. You know, you can go and see the guys at Kinesio, University of Newcastle, Fitness First. They're everywhere, and it's going to be a great day. And the crowd is slowly building, Peter.
Yeah, indeed. Family and friends and supporters of this concept entertained by the minute. There they are now. There's the canteen.
Jovo's Bar not quite open yet, Peter.
Big Mama's Pies, they're back in action for day 2. How nice did they go down yesterday?
Oh, I got one early this morning. The bacon egg pie was absolutely sensational.
There's the tent from the UON, one of the match day sponsors here, the major partner of the UON, and there's the crowd. And there's our referee about to blow. Time underway for the second half here.
Of course, big year for her as well. She's gone on. She was the third official in a couple of Super Rugby games, so really kicking on the career. And the Central Coast Sevens is all part of that, developing not only players, as we said yesterday, but officials as well. So it'll be Ozbox here to kick off. And it'll be start of the second half of the first match today. And this one is a better kick. It's gone deep, straight down to Tonagato, and Kaslik now running at speed, turning back inside. Tonagato now dancing, toying with him, back to Kaslik as they spread the ball wide, Pete.
Inside their 22, they love to throw it. There's that pass. It was a wild pass, picked up by McGregor. Now she's put the foot to the accelerator, and she's going to throw it out the back. So they're inside their own 22, and they're going to run it. Can they offload? They do, but it's on the ground. The Pearls have got to go back and pick it up, and that's Parker, and the ball's gone over the sideline here, about 30 metres out from their own line.
Yes, Parker just caught a little bit isolated then. Double knock on, says the referee. So we'll now go to another scrum here, and it'll be a good chance to see how they can play out of their own half here, Peter.
So the scrum here as we go down to the ground shot, taking you the fan. Right amongst the thick of it here today. We'll see plenty of blood. We'll see plenty of sweat and tears and triumphancy throughout the day. No doubt about that. We may not see quite blood. It's not a bloody contest. But I'll tell you what, there'll be a lot of sweat here today. It's a humid day here on the coast, Gareth.
Hates an exaggeration, our Peter Jolly.
Oh, nothing like it, mate. As they come out wide now to the right-hand side. Look at that great defence by the Pearls on the Oz box. They're driving them backwards now. And this is Patricia Radroka with the ball. They've turned it over, and now they capitalise. That's Morrison. She steps, she weaves. She's still going, Morrison, and she's within about 30 metres out from the opposition's goal line. Penalty, though, going the way, though, to the Oz box here, Gareth.
Yeah, Kaslik just coming in. She went in pretty hard at the clean-out there and just lost her feet, but she certainly put her body on the line and looking to consolidate the ball, so it's going to be a turnover, and we'll see how they go and how they play out of their own 22 almost here, Peter.
There's the ball on the ground, scooped up. Here's a chance. Where's the support? Thrown out the back door. They've got to go back and clean it up, and they've been cleaned up there by Parker.
That was great skills by Parker, the tackle and dispossessing, but they come back with the ball. The Ozbacks, oh yeah, she's going to be offside there. Definitely coming in from the wrong side of the ruck was Maddie Elliott.
So a relieving penalty here. Let's see what they choose to do. They're just going to take the quick tap, as you'd expect. That's Skelton with the football. Now running up towards and past the 22. There's not a great ball there by Servo, and that's going to be easy turnover back there now to the Pearls. You can't afford to do that against the Pearls. They'll definitely put you to shreds if you continue that. That's Elliott now. She's brought down about 25 metres out. Now it comes back to the Oz box, and cleaning it up there was Skelton there, Gareth, just outside their own 22-metre line.
Yeah, she did very well there, Skelton, really forcing herself on that, but she was absolutely dealt with by Kaslik, who drove her back about 3 or 4 times, and now she's going to come for the field as Parker almost picks up and goes there, and she had Brooke Anderson on the outside, but the referee calls it back.
So still no change to the halftime scoreboard. 17 points to 0 in favour of the Pearls.
We see Sia Salatia. She's come on the field now, and yesterday she was probably the standout player of the tournament in this Kinesio Cup side. And she's playing a little bit wider here now in that sort of centre channel as we see in the sevens. And it'll be interesting to see. She'll be the go-to player here with Kaslik off the field. So it's an Ozbox feed for this scrum. And it's well done. It could come back. Yeah, it comes through the other side of the channel. So here come the Aussie Pearls looking to make their mark straight away. And Sia Salatia, she gets away from one. She's going to go all the way, Peter. And that's a pretty good try.
Yeah, she's going to go all the way untouched. Patricia Rodrocco was in pursuit, but couldn't catch the pace and the agility of our try scorer on screen there. So that's the first try in the second half to the Australians. They lead now they skip out to 22 points to nil. And this is how they've clocked up that 5-pointer. Just the in and away. Nobody was going to catch it with over 20 metres left to run. So a tough conversion, though, coming up for the Australians. They're kicking into the gale here. And that's evident there. The ball just was pushed back into the breeze, Gareth. So no change. 2 minutes to go in this clash. It's still 22 points to nil. It's one-way traffic here at Maury Breen Oval.
Yeah, just the class of this Australian women's side. Proving a little bit too much here for the Ozbox Invitational team. They can hold their head high, though.
They definitely can.
They came close yesterday against the Aussie girls' green side.
Well, they've been able to find the edge of the eastern side here. Touchy's put a flag up over there on the eastern touchline. Not long to go. 1 minute 38 on our destination New South Wales scoreboard here. We stand by for our next match. Our next match will feature Japan. Looking forward to that one. They're taking on the New Zealand Wasps. Lunchtime over the ditch in New Zealand, so we'll have a massive fan base watching the Wasps take on the Japanese. But right now, they're away again. McGregor, pin the ears back. She does. She pins the ponytail back too. That's flopping around in the breeze. And she's under the post. That's the second try of the second half. 27 to 0.
27 to 0, yeah. And this is a comprehensive victory. And it's certainly a signal in this Canisier Cup side of the draw as we see her step through there. Poor defending. Thought she was going to get run down, mowed down there, but yeah, the pace was just too strong. And in the end, she was too fast.
Let's see if they can convert the try. McGregor from right in front stabs at it. She likes it. The touch judges, they don't move. So 26 seconds to go here in the match. It's the Australians out now by 29 points to nil.
Well, they certainly did move. The flag went up, and I think that's for the first time here today. So kicking today all throughout this tournament is going to be tough for all sides of the draw.
So Anderson puts boot to the ball off the right boot, drills it downfield in the Ozbox here. Well, that's the story of their entire match, haven't they? The Gold haven't been able to... the goal, I guess, has just been able to drive them inside their own half, and that's all their class as the Ozbox put it onto the toe. They're chasing through, but going away now to clean up for the Pearls is McGregor. McGregor just sees this one go into touch about 18 metres out from their own line, and that's full time.
Yeah, the hooter went there, and just getting through the game, getting through the day is the key now for these Pearls. Ladies' side, they're out and out favourites. They may even come against the Aussie green side later in the day, Peter. Or for all intents and purposes, this Japanese side playing next could be the Smokies.
Yeah, this Japanese side, I mean, they fly under the radar. They go about their rugby in a casual, relaxed sort of style, and that was evident yesterday. But when they put the foot down, there is smoke to burn on the scissor wheel, that is for sure. So that's full time. Players just going over now to congratulate one another. The Australians, too good here. We'll see them play later in the day here on finals day. But we stand by now for our next clash. The Japanese taking on the New Zealand Wasps. And here they come now. The New Zealand Wasps, they'll be coming onto the field and going left to right in the first half. The Japanese, they're out there. We can see the Japanese... Shimizu, what a performance she had. Shimizu in the jersey 7 yesterday for Japan. She pretty much was the team leader. She was the one that really took control for the Japanese. So look out for her today. She'll be in jersey 7.
We're going to go down quickly to the sideline and get one of these
Denise
Aussie
of
Pearls
the
ladies
Aussie
side. Over to you,
Pearls
Catcher.
goal. So how was that game?
Yeah, it was really good. We've definitely improved since yesterday, which has been a good sign.
And what does it mean to you to play in this tournament?
It honestly means so much, especially coming from WA, which is not rugby like much state, more AFL. It's been like real exciting, and especially playing with the Rio players like Shannon and Charlotte and stuff. It's been awesome.
Fantastic. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for that, Catcher. Bringing all the exclusives as Japan now on the attack. This is going to be a pretty close match here. The New Zealand Wasps, a little bit disappointing yesterday, but they've made it through to this side of the draw in finals day as they come up to the 40 now. These are the best of the development side in New Zealand coming here to play in the Central Coast Sevens up against the best of the development players in Japan. So it's going to be an interesting match. And this is the future of Sevens rugby. And here's Hanoka. Oh, she drops the ball. And that's her first blemish of the carnival, Peter.
A rare mistake too for the Japanese. That's one thing that we were really impressed by yesterday. Their ability to hang on to the football. A rare mistake. So let's see if the New Zealand Wasps can capitalise off that rare mistake here. The scrum packing down just short of the halfway line. They throw a long pass out the back. And with the ball here is Reynolds. That's inside the 22. The ball's gone over one of the ladies' head. They've got to go back towards their own goal line here to pick it up. And there's Shimzu there in defence. Wrapping up.
Senna Greavy, she had a good game yesterday. She's strong. We saw that. She was their go-to player in attack. But she was held up there nicely. And again, good pressure by this Japanese side. They really swarm the players and really have good line speed. And they're really making it hard for this Wasp side to gain metres as the ball gets put down. And that's the first penalty of the match. They're going to have a little bit of a consultation here. Might see a yellow card maybe. It's Sakurai maybe in question.
So they're going to give a penalty away here to the Japanese.
Well, so that's a turn up.
Yeah.
They've reversed it.
So Hirano now takes the tap and gets it away. And this is Sakari. She now finds Nakamaru. And she's with inside the 22 of the opposition. They'll work the right-hand side. They got space out here. It's just a matter of putting it together. Shimzu throws it out the back. They've got to go back and clean it up. A little bit of hot potato. Kurawaka with the ball. She's lost the ball. Back to New Zealand. And now they come up with the attacking move. And there's space out here if they can put it together as well. Up the middle they come. And they're dropped down there by Nakamaru. They'll work the commentary edge. They're going to take them on face on too. Now a little bit of speed and a bit of agility. Breaking free of tackles. There's the ball out the back. So the Wasps keeping it alive here at Maury Breen Oval. And they've been able to rampage their way up to the halfway line here. 0-all the score. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Of penalty, Gareth Wozniak, to the New Zealand Wasps.
Yeah, that is great play. Good quick recycling by the New Zealand Wasps side. Playing more direct to this Japanese side. Now they choose to go wide. And again, the Japanese side, they're picking them off. So getting through the breakdown may be the key here. A little bit more one-out stuff is what's really hurting the Japanese side and really getting them on the back foot in defence. But when they throw it wide here, the Wasps, the Japanese side, really readjusting in defence.
This is Tapiatu. 10 short of the halfway line. They've turned it over to the Japanese. This is where they love to go up the middle. The support plays there if they need it. They're away. Ankle tap from behind, but they got the ball out the back. Surikarai. Here they come again, the Japanese, from one end of the field to the other. It comes back then out of Shimzu. We said she can play. We said she's got space, and we said she's got a try in her. First try to the Japanese. They lead 5-0.
Well, wait till we see the replay on this because the footwork, the agility, it was second to none. She stepped off the left. She put the big palm out. She saw some space, accelerated towards this line. Look at it here, off the left again, the swerve, and no one was coming close to her.
Nobody within 5 metres. Sangre was the only one in support from the New Zealand Wasp. There's the kick. It's an absolute beauty. So the Japanese off a little bit of possession. They've been able to score the first try from Shimzu. She's the leader. She's the inspirational player out there, the go-to number 7. And speaking of the number 7, they lead by 7 points to 0.
Yeah, special shout out. We've had some tweets in overnight on Facebook from the guys over in Fiji. David Adakatoga. The boys were watching the stream under the mangrove trees in Fiji yesterday. What a life.
What a life, mangrove trees. Take that any day of the week. This is Reynolds here, Gareth. She's wrestled into the ground there by Naramaru. So let's see if they can get a penalty here. That's exactly what they do with 1 minute 40 remaining here in the first half. It's 7 points to 0 in favour of the Japanese. This is Edmonds. She's brushing off the Japanese like flies. They're wanting to get over that halfway line. Are they able to achieve it here? That's Williams. She's got support. Back then out of Hayblom. She's got her winger. Out wide it comes now to Sangri. She's down the touchline. Support on the right. She won't need support. She goes herself and scores. She's crashed over head first. That doesn't matter though. They're on the scoreboard. 7-5 kick to come.
Well, as long as you get the ball down, you go head first, shoulder first, knee first. But she is the go-to player, as we said before. She's so quick out on the wing, so hard to stop. The draw and pass, what a ball that was as they come across. Shows too much pace, puts the ball in the right hand, almost gets the fend out, doesn't need to, and boom, over the handlebars.
Head first, there she is. Here's the kick. It's hanging up there into the gale. So unfortunately for the New Zealanders, the conversion was unsuccessful. 28 seconds remaining here in the first half at Morrie Breen Oval on an overcast day. But ideal playing conditions for both of these sides. Hovering around 20, 21 degrees.
Oh, what a hit.
The temperature just rose 10 degrees in that tackle.
Tapiata just came through on that, put a shoulder in it. She got penalised for her troubles, but I thought there was nothing wrong with that as the score remains 7-5, and Japan now attacking as they get through the hole there.
They do. They take on the fullback. Running away now. Here they go. Oh, what a tackle. A try-saving tackle if you've ever seen one. Akakokora, she steps, she weaves, she knows the try line's only within 2 metres of her, but she can't get there. Shimzu, they've got to score, they're lining up. And Nakamaru, she gets there. The Japanese on the scoreboard for the second time. It's now 12-5 kick to come.
Yeah, they're just so dangerous from anywhere on the park here, this Japanese side. As they attack from anywhere, they chance their arm. And what a run there it was by the number one player, Hirano. She certainly lit him up. I thought she was going to go all the way nearly, and she got brought down, and it was only a matter of time before they went over the line and scored.
Here's the kick. It looks good off the boot. It's an absolute ripper. That never looked like missing. Straight over the black dot here. So Japan leading into half-time by 14 points to 5 here on the Destination New South Wales scoreboard. And a beautiful afternoon will be in for, so stay with us for finals football.
The sun's popped its head out here, Peter, and it's starting to look beautiful. The wind is still blowing a gale, but it's going to be a great afternoon here. Of course, little chance here now to thank all the sponsors involved in the Central Coast Sevens. The University of Newcastle, naming rights sponsor. The Kinesio Cup is the women's side of the draw, and it's a great thing. Parity payment for the prize money here. Destination New South Wales, and of course, Central Coast Council.
The Central Coast Council, and there they are on screen now. The University of Newcastle. If you're considering education in 2017, why not log on to the University of Newcastle and see what course you can be involved in for the next 3-4 years. Destination New South Wales doing a tremendous job. Central Coast Council, as Gareth mentioned, and our best sponsor, one of them anyway,
well, for the
Kinesio.
For the women's side of the draw,
for the women's side, yeah.
It's the Kinesio Cup in the women's side of the draw, providing some great sports equipment. And I'll tell you what, I might be going over there to get my throat strapped because I am getting too excited at the moment.
Sit in there, watch, and be entertained, Gareth. I know you love a good women's quarter-final, and we're about to see one here. There's the kick.
We're seeing one, Peter.
We are, so don't go anywhere. It's 14 points to 5. I know Gareth's not going anywhere, but I'll tell you what, this woman's going plenty of places. She comes down to the halfway line. Nagata, oh, what a try-saving tackle. We've seen not one in this match, but a couple, and we're about to see more if they can keep that up. That was absolute beauty to watch in Rugby Sevens.
I tell you, they just find the gaps so easily at the moment, this Japanese side, and she really, really showed a good turn of foot there, got through the gap, and unfortunately she got penalised not releasing. But I tell you what, it's hard to release when you've just outstrode your own players, Peter.
So we're having a line out here just in front of the Joe Bishop stand on the eastern side of Maury Breen Oval. Also home of the Wyong-Roos in the New South Wales Cup Rugby League. A tremendous facility here on the coast for all sports. It's a multi-purpose sporting arena. As we see now, Shimzu with the football. She's running around. She's trying to split them. She's got support. It comes back there now to Sumiai. She's down the sideline, Sumiai. She's inside the 22. And Hanoko Sumiai. She gets another try for the Japanese. It's 19 points to 5.
Well, she is an absolute talent, isn't she, Hanoko? See me, she lit them up yesterday. She scored about 4 tries down that touchline there. Uses the train tracks, gets around her player almost every single time. And the palm almost came out. Again, it didn't need to, but she put a few players on their backs yesterday, and she didn't need to exert any strength or power then because she was just too quick.
So Shimzu now with the kicker conversion. She's got this one looking to go over, but it just falls up short. There's the try scorer coming off for a well-deserved break. 19 points to 5. Japan on fire here in the Central Coast Sevens of 2016.
Well, they certainly are, and certainly this game in this Canisier Cup side of the draw is sending a message out to the 2 Australian sides placed well to play off in the final. It'll be interesting to see who gets there in the end, as now the New Zealand Wasps have another chance to attack, another opportunity. And they need to do something to get back in this match. As you see the Japanese line speed, it is exemplary, Peter.
Sure is. The Wasps, they're trying to sting. They may just sting with a big capital S-T-I-N-G. They're away inside the 22. They've stung them all right. Oh, Tapsel put some methylated spirits or something on that to contain the wasp sting. They're under the post.
Yeah, maybe some eucalyptus oil or something, because that was certainly a sting. And they're back in this match now, the Wasps. We thought they were beaten. The heads went down for a little bit. But now, never say die. These New Zealand ladies are just so talented. And that is the reason why there she streaked away. As we see on the replay, just got away from the tackler. And no one was catching her from there, Peter.
Look at that. Running away like a horse that we had a few quid on yesterday.
Winks.
In Winks. Winks won by about 8 lengths. She's won by about 4 lengths here.
Well, I had my money on the Shea Valentina, so...
Somebody told me you got the little trifecta up yesterday.
I did get the trifecta as well.
Good stuff, mate. So back on...
Only 40% of $20, though. I spent more than...
Oh, no. So the Japanese here into the ground just outside their 22 here. So the Japanese come...
opens up down the touch line here, Peter, and they're away. We haven't seen too much of a Batavilalo, and she's away. She's been very quiet this tournament, but she makes a very good incisive run down the touchline, and it's on out wide if they can get the ball, but that's a penalty, so they'll get a quick tap to take here.
Let's see if they can put another try on the board here. Nakamaru finding Hirano. She takes them on in jersey number 1. She's about 20 metres away from cracking the line. Ta'anka goes to the line. Oh, great try-saving tackle, and they bundle her into touch. Superb effort there from the New Zealand Wasps.
Yeah, Tanaka, I thought she might have cut back in there and let the player coming around and draw and pass, but no, she decided to take her on herself and was pushed into touch. Unfortunate there was a try gone begging, Peter.
So 2 minutes remaining in the match. The Japanese hanging on by 7 points here in the quarter-final.
Right in front of the University of Newcastle tent. And they're just taking a bit of time here to get this line-out set. It's going to be a tough day if the ball goes out for anyone throwing in these balls, because the wind, it's about 30 knots, Peter.
blowing. Look at
See
that.
the BLK Sports sign behind them as the ball is passed in off the top. And this is a good little set move off their own line. They have to play. They have to go for points here, the Wasp side. So they're going to play off their own line. They might get caught in goal here. But no, they drag it out to about 5 metres from their own line.
That's confidence to throw the ball around on your own goal line like that. Well, their equation is to go 90 metres. This may help their cause. They've got a penalty. They need to get up the other end, score a try and convert to get us back locked up here on the Destination New South Wales scoreboard. Have they got it in them, the Wasps? They've already stung once.
Oh, unlucky.
Unfortunately, they couldn't sting twice.
It was on.
Ended up being a fizzer inside their own 22. Credit there to the Japanese applying the pressure.
Yeah, certainly their line speed and their defence is what's won it here for them today. They've let the Wasps back in this game. There's under a minute remaining there as we see the replay just going out of the grasp of the Wasp player on the far side. But now the Japanese players have one more opportunity to get some more points on the board. Of course, for and against doesn't matter on finals day. You just have to win them, Pete.
Let's see if they can do that. That's a 22-metre line they're about to go over.
Oh, what about the hands? It was a terrible ball really to Shimzu, and she picked it up off the bootlaces. Oh, big hit out there by the Wasps. It's all happening at the moment.
Yabuchi's with it. Right on the Central Coast Council logo. Ball pops out, the siren goes, they kick it ahead. Referee says play on. Now we're turning into a bit of a football match. But they've come away with it still, Gareth. It's still on about 10 metres out from their opposition's line. The siren, it's gone in the background, but a penalty comes forth giving to the Japanese, and they take the quick tap. The try line's only a matter of 5 metres in front of them. They're rolling. Inches.
Away.
Now within a centimetre, and there's a player down here for the...
Yeah, Toronto just copped a bit of a knock in that tackle, but it's going to probably be called full time. Yeah, they're just going to kick it out and make amends. They don't want any... Oh, look at that. That's the... They call that the crucifix, Pete.
If you ever want a back snap, that's the trainer to get in contact with.
I'm feeling a little bit tender from yesterday too, Pete. Standing up in the party box all day.
So there it is, full time. So the Japanese progress through. After 14 minutes, they've been able to defeat the New Zealand Wasps by 7 points here in match 2 on finals day. 19 points to 12.
Well, this is going to be a big match. The men's side of the draw coming up next. The Beach House Ratu Felice side taking on the Brumbies Sevens men's side. And this is going to be a massive, massive game. We saw the Beach House Ratu Felice side. They upset the Australian side early yesterday morning. Now, the Brumbies Sevens men didn't have the best of days, but they did come through with a couple of vital wins. So, players to watch out for here: Takiri, Tani, Noelia, and Duffy, Duche, Robinson, and Pretorius for the Brumbies side. And this is the start of the men's side of the draw. And I tell you what, Peter, the Brumbies side, they're up against it because this Beach House Ratu Felice side, they're pretty well drilled and highly skilled.
Thoughts there from Gareth Wozik. As we see now, the Beach House side about to head out. And here they come now from the northern end of the field where they're just hopping the fence and jumping over. Let's go downstairs. Here's one of our interviews before this match gets underway.
The New Zealand Wasps, so that was a tough game today against Japan.
Yeah, it was an awesome game. I was really proud of the girls. You know, they've worked on all their structures from yesterday and put out an awesome performance against the national side. So, yeah, really happy.
And your team is a combination of different players from all around New Zealand?
Our team is mainly a regional team from Bay of Plenty in New Zealand. Okay, so even though we have the name of New Zealand Wasps, we're actually from only one region in New Zealand. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so you yourself former Black Fern and more into coaching and getting the Sevens message out there.
Yeah. So recently, well, I've been coaching now for 3 years, just since I finished playing. Yeah, so it's awesome to still be part of the game, even though you're not a player anymore, but kind of to give back, grow the game. So yeah, something I'm really passionate about and enjoy doing. Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Well, we're here for the big game now. Ratu Felice taking on the Brumbies and already stepping up the middle. Here they come. They're signalling their intent, Peter.
They're throwing it around. Here's a chance in the corner. They're going for it. But the ACT side are there to knock them into the ground. This will be a little bit of razzle and dazzle. We know that. We're expecting that. And we're seeing that right now. They've come from the west to go to the east in 3 movements. Here's a try. Here's the first 5-pointer. Oh, we've only had to wait a minute, Gareth, and we've already seen them leading by 5 points to 0.
Yeah, Carver K out there. We've less than under a minute. We've seen it a couple of times already today. But this Ratu Felice side, I think these guys, the Fiji Police side, of course the Australian side, who came good yesterday afternoon, are the favourites. And this is an example why.
Well, how quickly did they spin it the length of the park? Look at that gale. Not an easy equation with the football in hand. Connects it with the right boot, and it's sprayed to the left-hand side of the post. So no change. Still 5 points to 0 on our destination New South Wales scoreboard as we have a look at another try on the replay.
Oh, look at that. That's great work done by Ratu Felice, and indeed our Bar TV camera guys capturing all the action here. As now Ratu Felice with a big kick-off. The Beach House guys, of course, if you do want to get over to Fiji, go see the Beach House. Proudly sponsoring this Ratu Felice side, making it important for these guys to get around and tour. So do them a favour and check out the accommodation.
Here
the Brumbies get away with it.
They're over the halfway line, the Brumbies. The Brumbies are still going. They're about to go inside the 22. Back it comes down to the big number 8, and he's going to go 85 metres in that move for the first try for the Brumbies.
Well, it was Seth going, and he was going, gone as soon as he got that ball, wasn't he, Peter? He lined up, came around the outside, and he showed a lot of pace for a big man.
He sure did. We'll roll it from inside the 22. There's the support.
Well, Katz did well, didn't he, to get away from his man a couple of times.
Yeah.
And then the big man going. Well, as we said before, he's going places, and he was going over the try line, Peter, for a pretty good try. It's a good kick coming around, but no, waved away.
So there's the try scorer on screen. Picked up his first for the day. So we're back underway here for the Brumbies to get us back underway. We're locked up at 5-all. Well, that breeze nearly went taking the ball backwards, Gareth.
Yeah, certainly. And so the quick tap taken. Ratu Felice now. They didn't need this. The Brumbies side, the chip and chase. And here comes the pace, but it's going to go out on the full there.
Well, they chance their luck. You know, with this type of rugby, a lot of the teams chance their luck by kicking or throwing, as demonstrated here on your screen. What a nice shot. Ball and all tackle. But it comes out the whack. And Pretorius has gone back to clean it up here. So they're throwing it around. Hot potato style. They're about to... I thought for a moment they were going to put the boot onto the toe there from Coyle. But he elected to go into the ground and whistle.
Penalty there. Just couldn't get the ball out. Attacking opportunity now for the Brumbies as they go wide.
Outside their 22, they're looking for their edge support. Here's the try scorer. Steps, weaves, shows his pace, shows his speed, shows his fen, shows his palm. Put him down for the Japanese Olympics for 22. Oh, how good was that?
Wow, the step, the weave, the elusiveness shown by such a big man. And what about the pace? He did a Fiji on the Fijian side.
Incredible effort to pick up 2 tries in the space of nearly 2 minutes with a big number 8. And now we see the kick from right in front. We'll have a look at the replay from front on. Just have a look at that step, that swerve, the in and away. There was no fullback at home. They were too worried about being up in the line trying to knock him down.
Well, they had the sweeper there, but he made him look pedestrian, didn't he?
Sure did.
They add to the score there. It's 5-12. The score now, the Brumbies in control. They kick deep as well, tactically, and they get it down to the 5.
They sure do. How good was that? That's the first time we've seen something like that in Central Coast Sevens today, and it was nice to watch. Look at that touch judge's flag. That's how breezy it is here on the Central Coast today. But it's not a breeze out in the pitch. There's only 7 points the margin. The Brumbies up by 7. He's after his hat-trick, and he's got it!
Wow.
Is that the first hat-trick in the Sevens tournament for 2016?
It certainly is, Peter, and it's done by the Brumbies. That man on screen going. Well, he is going places, isn't he? Wow, get him, sign him up to the Australian side. Get him in the program, because that is a very good try and a very good individual display in this quarter-final, sorry.
So here's Mitch, wind behind him. Will he swirl it back off the right-hand side? It's going to skewer to the left, so no change. But the Brumbies in control going into half-time at 17 points to 5.
Yeah, Mitch Duche missed that one, but 17-5, and we did not predict this at the start of the game. The Ratu Felice side came out with all intents. Very fast-paced game it was, and they're going to have to play catch-up rugby now. And it's not something that they're used to doing as the Brumbies attack again. Popping the ball over the top. Now they go wide. They're going backwards to go forwards here. As they come up to the 40 line, they'll consolidate the ball and just get set. That man going is on the left-hand side. He's switching now to the right, trying to get himself a mismatch. But I tell you what, there's a mismatch there, as now the Ratu Felice side strike back.
10-eye under the post. They were able to capitalise off a Brumbies error. You can't afford to do that to their opposition. They'll pay, they'll cost you, and that's exactly what they're able to do. We've got a ball game now, 17-10, kick to come.
Yeah, the Brumbies will be very disappointing with that coming into half-time. They certainly came out unexpectedly. They were up by 2 tries. Now it's only 1. And Tani, he just backed up well there, was alert to it. And they'll make you pay, won't they, the Fijian sides?
They'll make you pay, not just in close proximity to the goal line from anywhere on the park. We know they are lethal in attack. Give this side possession and they will put you away. But at the break, they're still up by a try, the Brumbies. But the instructions here will be, we know we've got it in us. We are one of the favourites for the tournament. Let's just compose ourselves and see how well we can come back into this match. They're only a try away from getting us locked up here on the Destination New South Wales scoreboard. Long way to go. 7 minutes in rugby sevens is pretty much 20 minutes in normal rugby.
Yeah, it's almost a full game, isn't it? We saw yesterday some of the conditions with the heavy track out here. You know, that last 2 or 3 minutes in the second half really plays. The lactic acid starts coming out and the legs get heavy. So the Brumbies, can their fitness keep up with this Ratu Felice side? Of course, sponsored by the Beach House.
So why not check the centralcoast7s.com.au website for all the information that you want to know about this terrific tournament. Bar TV Sports, this is our 4th year broadcasting this terrific event on the coast. Players come from right around the world, not just a player spectacle, but for the tourists as well to come here and watch scintillating rugby sevens like this. It doesn't come much better than that. Here's another try. We're locked up with a kick to come.
Well, they started off exactly how they started the first half. Now they've locked it up and probably will go ahead here with the kick to come. And that is a real devastating blow for this Brumbies side, who looks so good, Peter. They look so dominant in those middle stages of that first half. And then Ratu Felice streaking away for another well-worked try off a kickoff within 15 seconds.
Well, they made that look simple from right in front. And let's have a look at this replay again. The try within the first 50 seconds of the first half, just striding away. Nobody was in pursuit. Johnson was the only one trying to get him. But Johnson just couldn't match the skill of that man on screen now, who's about to get us back underway here So they've gone to the front over the ACT Brumbies. This game in the balance here. Our second match on Finals Day 2016. As we see now, the Brumbies trying to get back into the opposition's half at every opportunity that they can. Let's see what they can do.
Oh, look at the footwork.
Beautiful footwork. They're in and away. Inside the 22. They'll go all the way, the Brumbies. And this time they've gone back in front. It's a game of tit for tat.
Whoa, what about the footwork and the acceleration shown there on that far side? Stepping, making them look like they're running backwards, this Ratu Felice side. But we'll look at the replay here. Look, the left foot step, straightening the angle, and as you said before, shut the gates, Peter.
Pull the curtain.
Make the bed and get your toast, because that is breakfast right there.
Let's see if he can have dessert with the kick. It's hanging up there, Gareth, from the touchline. Just waved away. But they'd be happy with the main meal there with the 5-pointer.
Oh, won't they? What? They got the works breakfast right there. Now they're in front. 22.
So 22-19 here.
I think it's actually 17-19 to the Brumbies. Our scoreboard working overtime because they were on 12 points. They got the 5. So, yeah, 19-17. Brumbies still behind. Or they? No, 19-22. It is 19-22. The scoreboard tricking us. Our producers are correct. And now Ratu Felice, they're correct and they're attacking, Peter.
They are. A little bit of razzle-dazzle. And it comes back around for the razzle-dazzle showman. But the referee is just going to come back and award a penalty here to the Beach House side. Is he? Or is he giving it the other way? We're just looking
he's giving
around.
It to the
he's giving it to the
side.
Brumbies.
So that's a big let-off there. That looked dangerous. And this game, it's anyone's now. There's still 4 minutes remaining in the half, and it's end-to-end stuff, coast to coast, as they say on tour. And he's having a good game there. Cott's on the wing, the number 11, and that's going to be a penalty. So diving over, can't do that. So Ratu Felice in a very good position now to attack. The Brumbies, they have to lift in defence here, Peter.
Let's see who can come home the better. They're about 30 metres away. Try 40. They're just going backwards to possibly link up and put the foot again to the accelerator. They love to be the showman. That's exactly what they're trying to do, but unfortunately this time the ball's gone over that sideline.
Yeah, but they take the quick one there. There's a couple of subs coming on, but it won't matter as they go up the middle, and that's going to be a try, and Ratu Felice are back into it.
They're back into it. We said a game for tit for tat. It's going to go right down to the whistle. This match in the balance still with 2 minutes left on the clock.
Seavula just opened them up. Too much pace, too strong. And in the end, now they're 24-22 with a couple of minutes remaining. It's certainly not out of their reach, the Brumbies, but they need to hit back right away.
Well, the conversion went straight over the black dot again here. So 24 points to 22. 2 minutes remaining here inside the last 90 seconds of this clash. It's been an enjoyable one. Hope everybody has enjoyed this clash, what the players have been able to entertain us, not just around the world on the live web, but for the spectators who have paid their hard coin and notes to get in here today to watch finals rugby here in the Central Coast Sevens. A little bit of niggle out here unfolding too, Gareth.
Yeah, it's a tight game, and they're playing obviously for a lot of cash here at the Central Coast Sevens. Both sides wanting their hands on the trophy as well, not just playing for points, prestige, but playing for their provinces as well.
Indeed. At the moment they're playing for the Cup Division quarterfinals, a chance to progress through to this afternoon. Let's see if they can come up with another 5-pointer. They're running around, now running out of options. Inside the 22, taking into the ground there, 10 metres out. Up by 4.
Well, you say running out of options, but options, they're always there in the game of sevens, Peter. And we see now the ball comes out, loose carry.
Always options, that's for sure. He was just trying to, I guess, psychologically bring the Brumbies to him and wind down the clock before he opted for that option, which was to offload. What have we got now? Only 20 seconds left on the clock here.
The Brumbies have to conjure something up. They have to go the length of the field, Peter. Can they do it? We've seen them snatch a victory so many times in the 15-a-side game. Can they do it here, Central Coast 7 style?
Well, they're capable of achieving it from anywhere on the park here, Gareth. But they've got one almighty task, and it's about to start here if they can chase with the kick. But they're going back to cleaning up the opposition, and they bang it into touch.
Yeah, unfortunately, poor option there at the end. The kick should have kept the ball in hand. We know he's got a lot of pace. May not have made the length of the field, but certainly needed to put them on the front foot, hold the ball. We knew full time was coming. It came. They kicked the ball out, consolidated their spot in this UON Cup semi-final.
So we'll see them a little bit later this afternoon here on Bar TV Sports. But stand by now. Another Perler about to head our way here in the quarterfinal. It's the Police taking on the New South Wales Sevens squad. That match is coming up shortly here on the home of the Central Coast Sevens, Bar TV Sports.
Yes, of course. We'll be back soon for all our sponsors. We go down shortly to the sideline. We've got Catcher. She's got one of the Brumbies players, can't make it out. But let's go down to you, Catcher.
So here with Ben Johnson from the ACT Brumbies, just played against Raja Felice. How is that coming up against a tough team like that?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, they've got strike weapons all over the field, and as you saw from nothing, they get on the inside or on the outside of a bloke and they're away. So, but real proud of the boys. Like, really stuck in there to the last minute. So couldn't be happier, really.
Yeah, first half looked really good, going ahead and just clinical try scoring.
Yeah, I think we held the ball really well in the first half. Probably second half we probably just didn't treasure it enough, and that's probably what cost us in the end.
And this is just preparation for the Nationals to get ahead of other teams then?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is our first tournament together as that 12 as a squad, so for us to be playing the way we are, I'm pretty happy with that, and moving forward we're only going to be better off for it.
Fantastic, and good luck. Thank you.
Cheers.
Yeah, great work, Catcher, down the sideline. There's the spectators about to enjoy our next clash here on Bar TV Sports. The Fijian Police taking on the New South Wales Waratah Men's Sevens.
Yes, of course, the Fijian Police side, one of the favourites here for the Central Coast Sevens. And we'll see exactly why. The New South Wales Waratahs, though, yesterday pulled off an emphatic victory against one of the favoured sides, Devetta, which we were very surprised by. We thought Devetta may have been the side to knock off with this Fijian Police side, but the New South Wales Waratahs, they've come out, they're all out, and especially impressed by a few of their players out there. Matt Teckey's been around for quite some time, and he certainly tore them up. And young Sam Fogarty coming on in the second half certainly did himself some justice out there as well.
Francis Cullimore, the coach of the New South Wales Waratahs in 2016. So our last match for the quarterfinals here in this section of the tournament, and we're underway. Grab a cuppa and be entertained by the Waratahs and the Fijian Police. Try-scoring machines, both of these sides. They know their way to the try line. Who's going to pick up the first try of this match? We wait in anticipation.
Well, the ball spat out then. Now Fiji Police look like they've got something down that short side, spinning out of the tackle. The ball not consolidated there, so the Waratahs do well in turning the ball over with a penalty. And the Fijian Police side not happy with the decision there, but the decision by referee Drew Tonks, who's certainly come a long way in the last days, now refereeing the men's side of the draw, which is a good thing for the young referee, one of the up-and-comers.
Yeah, great opportunity for the referee to shine on the big stage, and not just for the players out here to further their own rugby careers, but also for the referees to be noticed, and also the touch judges. Don't forget the man with the flags as well. Of course, the touchline sponsor is Volvo throughout this tournament, as you can see there demonstrated in his flag, blowing in the breeze.
That's just the flag he packs in his kit pad, mate. As Coria Gassa gets the ball out. Certainly made plenty of inroads here, and this is going to be trouble on the far side. Can't give them any space. Can't show them the touchlines. They turn the ball back in now, the Fijian police. They've got plenty of room, but the New South Wales side, they're adjusting. They're coming across, but the gap opens up. Oh, the ball goes on the inside, and now there is some opportunity for the New South Wales side as they attack towards halfway. They're over halfway. Can they get the ball out? Yes, they can. Great stuff there by the Waratahs side, playing the more structured brand of rugby sevens here. Oh, the almost goose step. Oh, the round the corner. Didn't really need to do that, and now pouncing on it there. Big Tui Bua.
And a penalty going to the Waratahs here too. So, referee, he's young, but he's in control. Not afraid to make the tough decisions. He's going to pull something out of his sock here.
Yeah, I think there was maybe a kick or a ruck, or I think maybe the yellow card's going to come out too.
There it is.
Not happy. He's shaking his head. Has a good hard stare at young Drew Tonks. So they're going to have a player down. Not happy with it. So Waratahs now need to take the most of this opportunity, Peter.
So can they capitalise on a six-man defensive structure from the police? They go out wide. Can they score the first try? Craig, oh! He was able to offload, but he's been bundled into touch.
Great tackle on the far side. What about the speed of movement there by this Waratahs side? They really just put it through the hands, looking to draw and pass. The overlap was there, obviously, and the police side adjusted, taking them out on the far side.
So the line out will occur eastern side of Maury Breen Oval, around 10 metres away. What have they got here, the police? What skills can they demonstrate here?
Nice tackle there, almost got away, spinning, but we know they're going to attack from their own line.
This is
Gassa, he's the key man, he's the link man out there, Peter.
So inside their 22 by a couple of metres here. The Waratahs are able to come up with the football.
Oh, nice turnover there by the Tars. Here they come now.
Chance
Looking to
out
attack
here.
the wing, stepping on the inside. Has to pop it. Does pop it, and that's a try.
Nice work. Nice try in the end too. First try for the Waratahs. We've had to wait 5 minutes. Now it's reflective on the scoreboard by 5 points. Let's check out this replay thanks to Destination New South Wales. Big left foot step, then off the right. Good offload. And there's the support play again, and over they go for the first ringer of the match.
Well, it's not to write off this police side just yet, but the Waratahs certainly surprising everyone here at the Central Coast Sevens at the moment. They've come out with some big upset victories so far, as we see.
Belcher.
The kick to be taken. Oh, it goes wide. He'll be unhappy with that. That was one he should have got there, Pete.
Yeah, especially easy to say up here, I guess, but he had the breeze behind him in a good area to belt that one over, but just off cue there. So, nonetheless, 5-0 the score with 2 minutes remaining in the first half here. So they put it high into the air and the police come away with it.
Well, that might have went forward, yes. Drew Tonks on the spot, on the mark. So nothing going the Fiji police way as Coria Gassa gives his player there a pat on the chest. Tui Bua through the pass, and it just went to ground and forward.
So a tight affair nonetheless. Only a try in it here. Anyone's ball game inside the last 90 seconds of the first half here. Ideal playing conditions here for finals rugby.
Oh, the ball comes out there. And now Coria Gassa passes on the inside. They can hit you from area. Oh, look at the clean out now. They've picked up their game, haven't they? This Fiji police side. And they step up through the middle. They swarm him in the end, the Waratahs defence. They have to realign. There's a big overlap if they can get the ball out. Oh, Coria Gassa turning on the inside. He's taken from behind.
Nice pass out. Well, he's thrown it out the back. A wild pass. They about to, I guess, turn it over to the opposition here. So what's the score? 5-0 inside 30 seconds remaining here in this match.
40 seconds to go on the clock. And we'll see. Can the New South Wales side, can they capitalise on this lead? They're certainly pressuring this Fiji Police side, the more fancied side in the tournament. They came into the day as favourites. They might leave as, playing off for third and fourth, Pete.
That was Sewer in 10. So the Waratahs, whilst there's time on the scoreboard, there's time to put a few moves together. Ball spills out.
Good defence there by the Fijian Police side. Really getting physical now, aren't they? The team in the dark blue.
Supporting their man.
The boys in blue.
The boys in blue. On either side of the field, pretty much.
Yeah, so obviously the sky blue, that's synonymous. They'll be happy just taking the kick out and coming into half-time with that lead there at 5-0, not wanting to chance it, not wanting to risk it.
Well, that's half-time, nothing in it. Stay with us right here on Bar TV Sports, the home of the Central Coast Sevens, for our 4th year broadcasting and streaming to the World Wide Web. Where we are around the country, from New Zealand up through the Oceania. Got a few people taking our coverage up through Europe and inside Ireland. Welcome to Sevens football at its finest.
Yes, certainly. They're having a look at the analytics yesterday, last night at home. There's people watching in the US, Canada. There's people watching in Europe, Switzerland, Sweden,
Ukraine,
Luxembourg.
You name it, they're watching
the
it.
Shaky Isles, having a good chat yesterday to a couple of guys over there watching it, pre the Wallaroos yesterday and pre-Wallabies. So certainly the Central Coast Sevens is a tournament of worldwide status.
And, of course, the NRC Grand Final, of course, was last night up in Tamworth.
Spirit
How
came
good.
away with a victory.
Yeah.
I'm a massive Country Eagles fan. Unfortunately, they didn't go away with a victory. So Darren Coleman, unfortunate. Coach losing there. Of course, Darren had a lot to do with Newcastle Hunter Rugby Union in his early career. His brother coaching the Hamilton side. Of course, the Hamilton Sevens, one of the new up-and-coming tournaments in February, is going to be streamed by Bar TV as well. So the New South Wales kickoff here, Pete.
So who's hungry? Who's hungrier? Let's see if this man's hungry. He looks like he could do without a feed, but he's feeding his opposition. He flicks it back on the inside.
Inside, no one there, which is a surprise because their support play normally, it's the best in the business, this Fiji Police side. As they now try to play off their own line, the Waratahs flick pass out the back, knocked forward, and the referee deems that as a knock-on. I thought it may have been all right, but Drew Tonks was right on the spot there.
Had a good game, our referee, good officiator. Bright, up-and-coming official throughout Australian rugby. Sponsored, of course, by the University of Newcastle on the back of him.
Well, as is the whole tournament, and great things done at Newcastle University. But here's Coria Gassa feeding the ball immediately as they come around, working the play back in field. Let's see which way they go. Oh, good counter-rucking there by the Waratahs side. They come up with the ball. Good hard contact. Let's see they go to the left. They've got numbers out wide, but they go back towards the middle. The Fiji Police are coming up. Quick off their line, trying to close down the space, but they can't as they make a good 10 metres there. The Waratahs side, picking up from the back. Now there was Senia Wanawana. And again, picking and driving's working for this more structured Waratahs side. That is going to be called back for a penalty though, Peter.
Yeah, first penalty we've seen in the second half, and they take the quick tap, and this is Kurusu about to head inside the 22 of the Waratahs here. They're trailing by 5. Only a try in it. Let's see if they can lock us up on the destination New South Wales scoreboard. Unfortunately, their play has come a little bit unstuck. And referee will call this one up just outside the 22 of New South Wales.
Well, that's a knock-on now, and we'll see some fresh legs come on. And the man we're talking about pre-match, Tech, he scored a good couple of tries that won the match yesterday, actually, for this Waratahs side. Sam Fogarty comes on as well. So wholesale changes, fresh legs, and we'll see if they can close out the game here for this Waratahs side.
So the Destination New South Wales logo. With the scrum packing on top of it as the Waratahs go
through the legs. Techie.
Tunnel ball.
He's there, Techie. We know he's hard to put down. He's a nuggety, quick-looking player, and he gets away from a couple. Oh, from behind, knocks the ball out. What a play by the police side. Now they can attack. They've got room. They've got numbers out wide. But can they get out there? Yes, they can. Little chip, little grubbing kick in behind. Oh, coming up with the goods, though, on the far side, Michael Adams.
And the penalty now goes to the Waratahs here. They're just going to take the quick tap here. New South Wales. Heavy contact there.
There's a big defence out there as Fogarty. He's absolutely dealt with. They come in with a swinging arm, though. He's sent back. Thought he may have got the card, and Fogarty copped it around the chin. He was falling in the tackle. The young kid from the Merewether Carlton Rugby Union Club.
Just looking around here, looking at where the next play is going to come from. They're going to put boot to the ball, and they've been able to find touch. What a kick into the breeze, around 40 metres out.
That is a kick. We haven't seen kicks like that. Central Coast 7 so far. Quick tap's been the order of the day, but wow. That's got them in very good field position now. 5-0 up. It's a tight game. It's still in the balance, Pete. And the Waratahs will have to be safe with the football here and just work it up the field.
So the Gale still coming out of the south. Demonstrated there by a touch judge's flag.
Terrible line out, really, but they come up with it in the end, the Waratahs. Ball played out. Looking to play wide. Didn't really need to force the pass there. He's going to have to wait for his support. Or Adams makes some good ground up towards the halfway. The ball's on the ground. The Fiji police counter-ruck there. And now they look to attack. They've got the overlap turning on the inside. Oh, he's dropped the ball.
Yeah, Matt.
Uncharacteristic like by this police side. And there's a player down on halfway. I believe it's Matelli Nagavilivu.
Yeah, that's him. Just off screen at the moment. But there he is right now with his head facing the Joe Bishop stand and just wiping a bit of claret maybe. His right eye looks a little bit
puffed up, stung by a bee maybe.
He might have been stung by a bee.
Well, the Wyong bee, maybe the New Zealand Wasps are around.
That's it. So there's the scrum forming. Just short. Just above the 22, I should say.
Rough looking scrum there. Corey Gasagasa, and again, it's knocked on by the Fijian police side. This is a somewhat scrappy game with a minute and a half remaining. This could be the lowest scoring game of the tournament, Pete.
I think you're on the money there. Especially here on field one.
Sucking up the time too, this Waratahs side. They've got options both wide. Techie is to the left. He's their go-to man, I feel.
The police pushing with everything here to try and get the ball back. Couldn't quite go their way. So the Waratahs here, leading by 5. They're throwing it around. That's confidence if you've ever seen it. Support play on their left. They're attacking inside their 22. Where's
Fogarty.
the support? They just throw it out the back. The police trying to get to the ball. Didn't come off for the police, though.
So they're just holding the ball here. They straighten up the attack now, getting away from a couple. Oh, what a run. He's up through the middle. He's made about 30 metres.
Nice tackle there from the police, too, though. So that's the halfway line. They got space out here. This is where they love the throw. This is where they love to attack. Pennington, he throws it back on the inside, but the touch judge, he puts his flag up. Oh, I'd love to see a replay about that. I'm not so sure.
Yeah, definitely. He was pushed out into touch, but whether or not he had his foot out before he threw it back inside to Fogarty. Now the Fiji police, 10 seconds remaining. Can they go from the 22 to the try line?
Let's have a look at this. Let's see if the touch judge has made the call.
He had his foot out, definitely. The hooter goes, the siren goes. This is where they're dangerous. They need a converted try to win to get through the Fiji police. This will be a major upset, Pete.
The siren has gone in the background. We've only got seconds left. Tunnel ball. Can that go a long way to see them get us on the scoreboard and come up with an absolute perler? Intercepted by the Waratahs. It was touched. It's play on. Here come the police. They're stepping. They're weaving. They've got support in and away. It comes back to now to Paul. He's got support. He needs to throw it. He does throw it. Now they've bombed it. Oh, the police. They have been entertainers, but the siren's gone. It's all over. Oh, what a end to a game of football. They are absolutely knackered, the New South Wales Waratahs, but they don't need to be knackered anymore.
Well, look how happy they are, Pete.
They are jubilant. You
ecstatic.
think they've won the cup?
Oh, they might go a long way to winning the cup. Now, off the back of that, 2 big upsets in 2 matches now. They beat Devetta yesterday afternoon, and now they've knocked off the tournament favourites, the Fijian Police. And we'll see the replay here. What a climax. We thought they were going to score the police side, but they didn't get the spoils, the knock-on at the end. Great defence by the New South Wales Waratahs.
Look at Daddy Longlegs go. He had his Incy-Wincy spider on the right-hand side. He flicked it out the back, but unfortunately, they've just put it down. But what, as you say, Gareth, an absolute climax to a match. They couldn't, unfortunately, get the bickies, but credit to the New South Wales Waratahs. They've been able to hang on in a low-scoring affair, the lowest scoreboard that we've seen throughout the last 2 days here in the tournament.
Well, we're going to go down to catch you now on the sideline with one of these victorious Waratahs players.
You're beating the favourite police.
Yeah, it's fabulous. I mean, we've been working pretty hard for the last few weeks. We had a tournament at Barrel a few weeks ago. Just didn't come together, but we've gelled today and yesterday. And yeah, we're trying to build something for the rest of the games today.
So you seem to have the Fijians worked out, beating Ratu Felice and now police. What was the magic formula?
I think just that teamwork ethic again. We're working well as a team. We're starting to spread the ball into space a little bit more and play a little bit more sevens, which we haven't been doing in the lead up to this tournament, so it's good for us.
Fantastic. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, great work, Catcher down on the sideline, doing a tremendous job for Bar TV Sports over the last 2 days of the carnival, and a fantastic event manager in her own right. So we appreciate all the time that she's given Bar TV Sports to provide the touchline interviews throughout the tournament of 2016. So right now we're standing by for the old boys about to take on Sydney Uni. There's Catcher there, just readjusting herself. She looks a little bit cold down on the sideline, our Catcher.
It's a little bit chilly, isn't it? Down there, she's catching all the interviews.
She's just realised that she was on camera and she had to get out of there. But we love Catcher. Stay in front of the camera, Catcher. You're doing an exceptional job. So here we go. Sydney University look like they'll be running right to left on the screen in this clash.
Yeah, this is the Toloa Old Boys. This is one of the semi-finals of the boot division, is it, Pete?
Yeah, it's the semi-final of the boot division. Then we'll launch into the ball division. Coming up next, we have Hunter and then West Harbour versus Newtown. And then we'll launch into the plate division semi-finals, and then we'll cut the stream for the afternoon session. So the last couple of hours has gone very fast. We hope you're enjoying the live and exclusive coverage right here on the home of Central Coast 7s, Bar TV Sports.
Well, here they go. The boot final, the one everyone comes here to play for, Peter. And that's a wonky-looking kickoff worthy of the boot in itself. As the ball comes out wide now, Sydney University, they'll be disappointed maybe ranking this low, but they've got the boot to play for anyway. I wonder what sort of boot it is, Peter.
Is it a gold boot?
It could be a dirty, old, rusty workman's boot for all I know, Peter. But in any case, they'll be drinking from it if they win it.
There'll be a couple of leaders in the boot, that is for sure. First penalty of the match here, just short of the halfway line.
It could be an old ankle-high footy boot, maybe.
It could well be too. As they go down through Hood, he links up, supports there. Redden, he throws it around the back. Now they've turned it over So a chance now for the old boys to see what they can do and entertain this crowd and maybe entertain their crowd right to the very end if they can pull up an absolute stellar of a try. Oh, they've done exactly that. They lead 5-0 over Sydney University.
Yeah, they certainly do. The 15 there coming into the squad today. So, he streaked away. I smell a ring in, but in any case, he showed why they've got him in the team today. 15 streaking away and just couldn't keep up with him there. Will McDonald chasing to no avail.
And the conversion is successful from right in front, so he was able to score a brilliant solo try and convert his very own as well. So 2 minutes gone in the first half, and it's 7 points to 0 on the Destination New South Wales Bar TV Sports scoreboard. It's finals day here. The Central Coast turning on an absolute perler of a day. Not so hot here today, not like the last 3 years where we've been absolutely scorching. Today, temperatures hovering around 20, 21 degrees. Perfect, ideal temperatures for running rugby.
Climate change has hit the coast, mate.
I think it has.
It's now shifted, and we now see our summer season coming into December. Thunderstorms galore, and now Sydney Uni attack right here. There's space out wide as they turn back on the inside. Thought he may have tried to chance his arm there. McCalman, we know he's pretty quick. We've seen him in club rugby. But in any case, they used the ball the width of the field, and there he is again, McCalman. Little flick on the inside and stolen by the Taloa Old Boys, and there he is again. Old number 15 looking to get the boot for the Taloa Old Boys, the Tobbies.
Where was he yesterday? Don't worry about yesterday. He's here today, and he's picked up his second in the last 2 minutes of the match.
Well, hasn't he? What? He may have had other duties there, maybe playing in the NRC. Such is his skill.
Book him a spot in the NRC 2016. He is on fire, our man. Well, it's all been the number 15 show. Have a look at this. The magical number of the old boys. No question about that. Remember this number, 1-5. It's been all him. It's now 15 point. What's the score now? It's 14 points to 0. It's all been one-way traffic.
Yeah, the Taloa Old Boys, the Sydney Uni side, they're showing some good skill throwing it around, but just not making any impact. And again, pouncing on the mistake. The Tobbies, as they're known in rugby circles, the Taloa Old Boys.
Doing a fine job.
Well, they want the boot, don't they? They want that ankle-high boot, and they want to drink the lemonade from the boot. Laces out as that one goes deep.
And our man again in the magical 15 was able to get us back underway now. Here's a chance for Sydney Uni down the touchline. Palming, weaving, running, jinking. Unfortunately, though, they've turned it over, and the old boys now capitalise, and there's our man again offloading. He'll get the ball back here. Here he goes. He spins it out wide to the Joe Bishop side of the field. They're still going. They're trying to tackle him. They offload. They couldn't put him away. And now here we go through Azai. He flicks it out the back. It's hot potato. We love this. Any one of these players can definitely get us started. The Moscow Circus with this Razzmatazz. And now it's A-League. Don't worry about sevens. It's A-League here at the Central Coast Tournament. Yeah. Have you seen anything quite remarkable like that, Gareth, was it?
No, I certainly haven't seen anything like that. And they've got another couple of players out there. The Tobbies, the Taloa Old Boys. They've got a player in 23 out there now. Is he Michael Jordan or is he Shane Warne?
Oh, I reckon he's a 50-50 split.
Michael Warne.
Yeah.
We'll call him Warney. First name Michael. You can see him on screen there playing in the 23 jersey.
Well, they're spread to the right-hand edge here on the commentary side, the old boys. It's just a matter of getting it out here at every opportunity. We've got 1 minute to go here in the first half. It's 14 points to 0. Is it about to tick over any minute now? The support comes to Salunga. Oh, he's got to go back and he's being pushed towards touch. But he offloaded the pass. And now here we go. Sydney University. They're away. They're trying to pull their pants down literally inside the 22. still going. This is Calavassi. What a run by Sydney University.
Yeah,
but
no
a penalty.
one's there, no one's there to help them out.
No one's there. Where were they, Gareth?
They were trying to keep up there. Someone had their pants down, apparently, so they had to pull them back up, maybe. In any case, this is a great boot match. And that was booted downfield. Hasn't found touch, though. So good chance to counter-attack here. James Kane looking to go wide early on, and they do.
They spin it from west to east. Now they're up the middle. Comes back to Hood. He's looking dangerous. Oh, that was a pass intended for McCalman. But McCalman had to try and extend his reach.
Yeah,
and he didn't just have the extended metres to be able to achieve that.
The ball just floated forward with that breeze and just couldn't run onto it, couldn't get his hands on the ball. So, the Toppies now with another scrum.
Yeah, now pitches.
A stop-start affair, hasn't it, with 30 seconds remaining. Wow. Someone's trying to storm the party box, Pete.
I thought the snipers were here for a moment. Oh, I thought we were going down.
The party's just about to kick in, isn't it?
Lovely pictures from our Bar TV production crew today as well. Massive. Where did we park the OB truck today?
I think we left the OB truck in Newcastle, just live streaming here today. No need for satellites at Bar TV Sports, mate.
We keep it simple and effective. Here's a penalty, though.
Penalty to Sydney Uni. They need to score. This will get them back in this match.
Hood finding Cavassi out wider. Kane steps, weave.
Oh, palms off too.
Incredible movement here.
He doesn't want to let this boot go, Kane.
Passing. Hood running, slipping, juggling, regaining. Can he offload? He sure can. Never asked a question because they always deliver. Now they're about to deliver again if they can support their man. Oh, Gareth, this is enterprising rugby sevens.
Yeah, the Toppies, they come up with the ball. They want to break at half-time. They kick the ball out. 14-0 lead. They'll be happy with that coming into half-time.
Coming into half-time, the siren has gone. What a fascinating first half of rugby sevens here on the coast. The old boys leading Sydney University by 14 points to 0 at the break. There's Sydney University now sucking them in.
Yeah, certainly. They up against it now in this second half. They will be running into the breeze, so that's always a bonus when you're chasing a lead. But personally, whenever I played rugby sevens and I'm running into the breeze, I know that I've got this game won.
Because Gareth, you played a lot of rugby only a few years ago up in Singleton. You know what you're on about.
I've never played in Singleton, Pete Jolly.
I don't know. You scored the fastest rugby try up that way, you were telling me a few years ago. That must be a proud moment.
I don't know about the fastest rugby try, but certainly the fastest send-off at 5 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Pete, you've got your wrong notes here today, mate.
What happened there, mate? Was it a head-eye tackle?
It was something I'd rather not talk about, but let's just say I got my elbow eaten off by someone's jaw.
Really? Well, none of that happening in this tournament, that's for sure.
No, it's played in great spirit here, the CC7s.
Yeah.
Hashtag CC7s on all your social media. Let's get involved. Tweet us in at the party box up here because we're having a great time, especially for these classic boot matches. This is what you come here for the sevens for. To see teams like the Taloa Old Boys, Sydney University.
And our next match to follow will be the Ball Division semi-final. Hunter, what a performance yesterday from the Hunter side.
Almost knocking off that Australian women's green side.
And then the second Ball Division semi-final at midday will be West Harbour versus Newtown. And then we'll launch into the Plate Division semi-finals. And then the finals get underway at 10-3 here this afternoon on Bar TV Sports. So we're underway here in this match.
And that was a deep kick-off there as they go wide straight away. And here comes Sydney Uni looking to attack, looking to balance some of their play in the first half with some exciting rugby off their own line. And here they come. Look at them go. Oh, the no-look pass around the corner. That's straight out of the amateur era, that one, as it comes around. And here the gap opens up for him. Dummy shows and goes. Long wide ball is on. Oh, grasp for it. Can't get it. Will McDonald shaking his head on the far side. Should have let it go for his man outside him. The bounce up. But there's some moves I haven't seen since Alan Jones was coaching the Wallabies, let alone Michael Checker.
Alan Jones, a blast from the past. What are we talking, early 90s? Late 80s?
80s, mid-80s.
Yeah. So a scrum just forming here now. 10 short of the halfway line. Eastern side.
It's a bit like us in the party box, isn't it? 10 short of the halfway line.
10 cents short of $1 that's for sure. So there's our man in 15. Not on our program, but he's picked up 2 tries here this afternoon. There's the chasers coming through, and they wrap them up in there.
He wanted to take it on. He wanted to. James Kane trying to get away with it there. The old tell the referee that I didn't ground it when I actually did.
Yeah.
Couldn't play poker, but tried it on anyway.
There he is there. The number 11 of the old boys.
Ohio.
There he is there.
Said to me before the match, I'd like to say Ohio to my family watching in on Bar TV Sports. And that's what's great about Sevens tournaments like this. Everyone's accessible. Everyone's friends. So if you're out there listening in the Central Coast District, might be a bit far to get the old rattler here from Sydney today. But come and enjoy the contest like they're enjoying right now and enjoying another try here. The Taloa old boys through Larry Salunga.
Yes, Salunga just keeps on ticking the scoreboard over here for the old boys. And they're up by 19 points to 0. Let's fire up the replay machine and see how Salunga got the first try for his side in the second half. Nice step. And over he went. Too much power and determination there for Sydney University to stop the big fella. Here's the chance now to convert the try to Salunga. Just fades away. So no change on the destination New South Wales Rugby Union scoreboard. It's the old boys with a convincing lead with 4 minutes to go in the second half. They're leading Sydney University by 19 points to 0. So back to the halfway line. Destination New South Wales. One of our major sponsors, along with the University of Newcastle. Make your first choice in 2017, the University of Newcastle. As the university here, they're going to come away with a penalty here from the kickoff. Let's see if they can crack points here in the second half. They'll be hoping for a try. Who will they look to? They're looking at the moment to Hood. He turns them inside out. There's a chance out wide. It comes back then out of that man who started the play. That's Hood. Just outside the 22. They spin it from left to right. This is King. King's got support. He now finds Reardon. He now looks out the back. He finds McCalman. He takes them on McCalman. He flicks it out the back. Razzle dazzle. 50-metre pass required. 50-metre pass received. Are they building towards a first try of their match? No, they're not. Picked up by their opposition, and the old boys come away with it about 22 metres out from their own goal line.
Yeah, it was Michael Jordan there, number 23, on the spot.
So it's still on now. Back to the university side. They're with inside the 22 here, Gareth. It's a matter of supporting their play, Paker. That's the Deku. This is King. He offloads. They're crawling their way down towards the 22 again, looking for their first point of the match, trailing by 19. They're about to do it this time. They're about to do it all right. Matt Hood, he goes in. Try time, 19-5.
Yes, Matt Hood, well done to the Sydney University side, getting on the point scoring board. And I'm sure David Haig will be watching back home. Very happy with that one, as will a lot of those Country Eagles players who are probably spending the night and got a bit of a sore head from Tamworth last night, which we know could turn on a final. In the party box, it's getting raided at the moment. We're looking forward to bringing in a couple of guests in here this afternoon. A couple of big names.
So stay with us right throughout the day. The Cup final scheduled for 5:15 tonight for the women and 20-6 for the men. Who will feature in that? Who will take away the prize checks? All those questions to be answered throughout the next 4 hours here on the home of Central Coast Sevens.
So there's going to be a penalty there. The Tobbies get the ball. And I think they're going to take out this boot side of the tournament here. They look pretty good. I'm surprised they finished as low as the boot.
What a kick for touch if you're able to find it.
Wow, we've seen a couple of big ones so far this morning. The wind certainly helping things along.
Well, he's kicked that from 10 short of his halfway line, and he's found it
15
about
outs.
15 metres out. Superb kick. As you can see, there's our broadcast box there with the window on display, and that's the view we get of our touchy and the magical number 15, who's picked up 2 of those 4 tries here this afternoon for the old boys, and he's about to put the line out in. He's found his mate.
He gets up the back, and this is going to be all but mathematics as Big Mo CC goes over for a nice try off a set piece play.
There he is. Can't wipe the smile, can we? Off the face of the try scorer. And this is why we can't wipe the smile off his face. Getting a donut here on finals day.
Got the donut, got the chocolates, got the bickies, and look at him. Spruiking orders now. He scored a try.
Here's the conversion. 20 metres in from touch. Can they bring this around with the breeze?
Oh, it goes wide off the side of the boot. That will be full-time, Peter.
Yeah, full-time in this one, ladies and gentlemen. 24 points to 7. The old boys defeating Sydney University to go forward in this competition later on this afternoon here on Bar TV Sports. So our next clash coming up right now, we will see Hunter taking on Duergar. That's our next clash here. It will be the Ball Division semi-final at 11:40, and that match will be followed by West Harbour taking the field against the Newtown squad.
And that's in the plates.
And that is in the... That's correct. And then we'll go into the semi-finals and then the Cup Division semi-finals. The start of our boot finals will get underway at 2:40 this afternoon. The ball final at 3:20. The plate final will be scheduled for 4 p.m. Then we'll launch into the 3rd and 4th playoff mode, and that will get underway between 4:40 and 5. And then we'll launch into the cup finals, where the whole world will descend on the stream to watch how the ladies and men's teams go here in the 2016 tournament. So there's the stage. It's about set. We're about to get underway. Hunter about to come out onto the park.
Yes, and they're a very well coached side. Bronnie McIntosh, she's done a great job getting these women fired up. And we can see them coming around to the field now as we go down to Catcher for all our exclusive interviews for Bar TV Sports.
So, hi, Kava from Taloa Old Boys from Tonga. So, how's it playing here in Australia?
Oh, really a fantastic competition. We really appreciate everything that we have done so far and everything we have accomplished and experienced so far. Very experienced and very tough competition.
And you've been playing now against Fijians and Australian teams, so it's good competition level, isn't it?
We're really proud of to play against Australia. We try to keep the score below 50, and we managed to do that. And yes, and also the Fijian, very challenging teams. We're really glad that we had the opponents of those tough teams.
And when are you heading back?
On the 1st of November.
Oh, okay. So you have some more tournaments or just training camps?
No. We're back home. We have a quarterfinal in a league competition at the locals, but we target for just especially for this competition, and we're glad that we go into the finals on just the finals. Yeah.
Fantastic, and good luck in the boot final.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Well, welcome back. Thanks very much to Catcher getting all the gossip for the Central Coast Sevens, and they're having a good time down there at the moment. All the players, all the sides, and we're going to have a special guest up here for this next match, Liz Entwistle. Liz, you're back.
I am. Thanks for having me. It's been a good morning so far.
It has been a good morning so far. You've been out and about. We're going to see the Hunter women's side play against the Duergar side. Of course, we saw Hunter women yesterday. They put in a good performance, didn't they, against the Aussie green side?
Yeah, they played really impressive defense yesterday. Were well connected and made use of their different tools between kicking and the speed that they had. I think gave Aussie a little bit of a scare, but of course Australia rebounded this morning and were able to do quite well to advance to the Cup semi-final.
Yeah, Goldsmith and Gilbert out there for the Hunter side are really ones to watch out for. Henry and Ringsrod, for the Duergar side. They're very good players in their own right, so this is going to be an interesting matchup here.
Yeah, we got to watch Duergar play majority of their games yesterday over on field 2, so I think they're enjoying the fact that they're not playing in the puddles and the lakes this morning.
Yeah, definitely, and we had a massive downpour last night as well, in any case. That is a kickoff, and that is not one of the best kickoffs you'll see, so that might make the highlights reel for all the wrong reasons, Pete.
Liz, you've been out and about amongst the crowd. We've just seen what the wind is able to do here with the ball. It's quite breezy down on the sidelines.
It is a windy morning. I think that's why the coffee truck's so popular here. Everyone's trying to warm up. But something that all these teams are going to have to battle with. So just, changing their strategies a bit. You might see some kickoffs, too, intentionally going further downfield as the day goes on.
Well, good run there by Goldsmith, getting the Hunter women on the front foot. And now they're going to spread it out wide. And they almost get through the other side. There, Ashley Walker being brought down. She draws the penalty.
So a chance here for first points. Hunter, we know they're capable. We know they love to throw that pass around. Demonstrated right here. There's space out to the left-hand side. This is the way they shift it. There's a chance. Let's shift it out wider again. They're shifting it from right to left, and they're going over to score the first try. Goldsmith, she opens their encounter. It's 5-0.
Yeah, expect her to be on the end of some very good passes in this match. Liz, we saw her the other day, yesterday, in fact, and how quick she is from any part of the field, and she gets the first try there.
Yeah, I think what was really nice there is that you saw the ball moving quite quickly, going sideline to sideline. Even if they hadn't drawn the penalty, they had a 4-on-2 overlap and open play as it was. The penalty just gave them even more space between them and the defense and really created the opportunity to go for the corner. So well done by Hunter. I think every player on the team touched the ball during the course of that try. Yeah,
Brittany Duff there, unsuccessful with the conversion. Very tricky one from a right out on the touchline. But now we're going to see the Duergar side receive the ball for the first time in the match, and let's see what they can do with possession here, Pete.
So Duergar, as Gareth mentioned, first time they've been able to come up with the possession and go on the attack. But now we've seen a penalty too, Liz, to Duergar here, about 15 metres out from the halfway line. So what's going through the girls' minds right now? If you were out there, Liz, what are you telling your troopers around you?
I think you're just telling them to play rugby. There's plenty of time left in this game. You've got the ball, you've got possession. There's no need to create a false sense of urgency on the field. We saw earlier in that New South Wales game when the men did a fantastic job holding on to their 5-0 lead and coming away with the victory too. So just playing good, patient rugby, especially like you mentioned, with the win today, it doesn't need to be anything crazy complicated.
Yeah, well, it's certainly playing with the havoc with the door behind us there. You might have heard that on your screens at home, but the kick comes forward from the Hunter women's, and Duergar first to turn and chase, and they get there in the end, and 5 out. She's isolated though. She's going to have to release the ball. Yes, that will be a penalty. Quick tap taken. Can she go over for a try? She scored 2 or 3 yesterday against the Australian side. She's held up there. She's bent backwards in an awkward looking position. Gets the ball back, but down the blind side there, Jamison will score a try.
Very impressive stuff there by Hunter. They knew that if they went left, they might have been able to bamboozle the defensive line, and that's exactly what they were able to do. So Hunter have been able to pick up their second try in the space of 3 minutes here. Liz with the kick to come as we roll the replay of the second try of the afternoon.
Yeah, so that time it was really Hunter going deep on that kickoff that led to the try. Put them in good position, their defensive pressure. Like you mentioned, Gemma was isolated there on Duergar. That's at number 4. She's one that their coach Carl has been chatting to a bit on the sidelines. Was mentioned that a few of these Duergar girls are brand new to rugby. 2 of them playing in their first rugby ever this weekend, and what a tournament to do it in.
Yes, certainly. What a great tournament and what a great experience to play against some of the calibre of women that are here over this weekend. As now the kick comes through. It's a good one right on the 10-metre line. And Goldsmith comes through on the tackle. She's hard to put down and takes 3 of them to get her down. So Duergar with a bit of a 2-person overlap on the far side. Might not need it. Up the middle, there they go.
It's good composure by that Duoga side to hold on to the ball. It's hard when you're receiving those high kickoffs and you've got three defenders coming up on you quickly. So doing well to get downfield right now, too. 10 meters at a time, 10 meters. And here's another 10 with the penalty awarded.
Yeah, it was a good hit out on the far side by Brittany Duff, but crept up a little bit too high, deemed by the referee. So now Duoga with a good chance to get some points here on the board and make a good match of it here.
They do have the numbers outright. They opt to go left here, switching the fields a bit.
Yeah, they switch it around as they come back towards the right now. They still have numbers out wide. If they can get out wide, they may not be able to shift the pass. And Goldsmith, she's looming there for the intercept. I know you love a little intercept there, Liz, so maybe she'll open up those afterburners.
That is one of my favorite plays in all of Sevens. Just so dynamic. Right now, we see a lot of rucking, nearly intercepted there by the Hunter side. So great defensive pressure by Hunter. They're really creating a lot of mismatches here for Duoga. They're putting the defensive pressure on and really stressing the offense. And now it's a scrum situation. We'll see if Hunter can come away with a steal.
Yeah, certainly. We saw it earlier on with the Japanese side as well. Just the importance of line speed in sevens and the outside player coming in and really stifling some of the attack.
Yeah, just as important as that speed and quickness, too, is just really maintaining that connection on defense. You know, you build that wall, and you have your sweeper back in most situations, you know, preparing for the kick. A windy day like this, too, you never know how far those kicks are going to go. But that Japan side is impressive. It's going to be a great set of semifinals for the women here.
Well, they could go backwards, you know, Liz, as we get back to the play, shrugging one off. There's a player on the outside there, and the ball pops in. Oh, back in, Phil. This is good play by Duoga. As they go towards the sideline, they're going to have to watch themselves. Great hands shown there as the ball is thrown in field. They lose about 20 metres as Goldsmith almost comes through on it.
There's a whole heaps of space on the left side of the field. Would love to see Duoga take advantage of all that green light, green space to go. Another penalty issued, up to about 5 or 6 in the match so far.
Yeah, she's not afraid to blow the whistle, our referee here this afternoon.
Ada Dempsey has it. She just takes her time, sums it up, and gets the ball wide. A good run as it pops up. Goldsmith tries to get over the ball, and Dempsey has it again. And they're all over the ball this time. The Hunter women's not releasing. So there's trouble if they go to the left or right here, Liz.
Yep, it is a Hunter side with many threats. We'll see what they opt to do. And it's that kick again that served them so well yesterday against Australia.
Yeah, chasing through and a little bit deep that time, and it's going to be half-time blown. 10-0 is the score. So Hunter women in charge at the moment. Duoga really haven't put it together. They had a couple of good passages of play as we go down to the sideline for catcher.
So we're here with Amy Parrott. How do you feel about this tournament and coming back here after all the Olympics and Super Rugby and all the experiences that you've had?
Yeah, no, it's pretty good. Central Coast is always a really great tournament to get back into sevens. It's really the start of our season coming here, so you know when you're here, we're back into sevens season. So it's a great opportunity, especially with a lot of the international teams here to get back into it.
And I guess it's also a good opportunity to train up some younger refs who haven't been exposed to international teams that much.
Yeah, definitely. It's a great opportunity for a lot of our new refs to see what it would be like on that kind of world stage, because like you said, we've got a lot of international teams here and you've got both Australian teams here, so it's good to see, ref them and see what it's going to be like in the future.
And what's up next for you?
So I've got a few more 15s test matches in November, so it's a very busy women's calendar with the World Cup next year. So I'll do 2 games over there and then home for 3 days, and then I'm off to do the Dubai Sevens. So yeah, still very, very busy rest of the season. So.
And so message to people who would want to take up reffing is that how do they get going?
It's really easy, you know, just contact your local referee society or New South Wales referees. You can contact me. That's part of my job now, trying to find new female referees and referees in general, and we'll start you from there. But, you know, there's so many great opportunities in refereeing. You can do 15s, 7s, men's, women's. You're not restricted in any way, shape or form, so it's great. And
you're the best example for that, going on Super Rugby and all the other test matches and Olympics and everywhere. That's great. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Well, thanks very much, Katja. The halftime interview that time, which is unusual. She's getting everyone coming up to her. She was the party box up here, but I tell you what, there's a party on the sideline as well, Peter.
Oh, she'd be fantastic over at the Academy Awards, I reckon, on the red carpet, just raking all the stars in.
Maybe the ESPYs.
Yeah, maybe. She's a magnet, our catcher, and that's why she's down on the touchline doing a fantastic job here throughout the Central Coast Sevens tournament.
Yeah, and indeed, tournaments all around the world. She's heavily involved in the Coral Coast Sevens, as is Liz. She's heavily involved in everything as well. And how is the rest of the trip shaping up, Liz?
Yeah, it's been a fantastic trip so far. We started our trip up in Brisbane towards Suncorp Stadium up there. Spent some time in the Forex Brewery, not going to lie, and then hit the Queensland Museum. Gotten all our fitness sessions, though, the next morning.
Did you get poisoned?
No, no. We've avoided all the cane toads and all that.
I'm talking about the Forex.
Oh, no. I didn't partake myself. I have to drive, so that's been a challenge in and of itself.
I think in Queensland, not advocating it at all, but I think they're pretty lax on those sort of rules up there, according to our cameraman, Kerry. As we go wide now, here's Goldsmith getting around a player. We know, again, she's got very good skills. She's very quick, and she's even got a flick pass, gets the ball again, and she will score a try.
Yeah, it's a great offload and great support here by Hunter, and exactly how you'd like to open the second half of play. Looking to put some points on the board, get their players a confidence going into what would be the bowl final later today. But finding that scoring form and just really, if they can go through another shutout and keep their defense strong, Hunter has to be pretty pleased with themselves. And just, again, great offloads and great support there. Just threading the needle, scoring the try.
Feeling the flow.
Touch judges. Well, they didn't have to do much work there. The kick just waved away. So 5 minutes to go.
Well, there's actually more work for them to do when it is waved away.
Yeah.
The whole arm action, rather than going straight up, on the vertical.
It's the wrist action.
Yeah, the horizontal is probably the trickier one.
Gareth, are you putting your hand up to touch judge the final here today?
No chance at all. I remember when I was a touch judge back in the early 90s, and I tell you, I used to get a few things wrong, as I do up here in the party box. But anyway, we're going to get back to the action here. And that's a penalty.
Yeah, it's a penalty just outside the 22. So Hunter dominating in this clash. Also dominating in field territory. Can they dominate if they can get to the ball quickly?
It was a clever kick there by Mel Howard getting through, and they've got numbers at the breakdown again, and that'll be a penalty. So they're very good at chasing through and drawing the penalty. Here's Howard again. She's the playmaker. She goes wide. It goes behind the intended target. And they come up with, I thought it may have been a little knock on, but the ball goes wide now, and here's Goldsmith on the wing, and you imagine she'll saunter over the try line there for another try.
Yeah, she made it look so simple in the end. For a lot of these touring sides, Les, I mean, a lot of people might say it's a good junket to go on, but you see a little bit of the country. But throughout the week, the girls, it's a lot of, gym work and all that sort of stuff to be prepared for a day like finals.
The ladies.
The ladies.
Yes. When we schedule our trips, we look very carefully at the amount of time we're on our feet and then try to balance our own training sessions, physio sessions. We've been working with Optimum Health and Wellness, or Health and Performance here, and quite a few of our players spend time over with Kinesio Australia in their tents too. But, look at diet, look at rest. And so it's balanced. There might be one day where we go to the reptile park, and then we'll do like a lighter session looking with yoga and recovery. So we've taken advantage of all the Central Coast has to offer.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I heard the reptile park occasionally goes to Wyong Leagues Club late on a Saturday night. As we go back. And Pete's only asking about the junkets because he's actually going on one himself tomorrow to be our face for the Four Nations over in England. So that's why he's asking, just to see what he can get away with over there. As we go back to the action, Peter.
We do.
Just remember, maintain that balance. You have to preserve the voice more than anything. Be sharp and mentally on your game.
Oh, here she is again, Mel Howard.
She's
away.
mentally on her game. Look at her go. Inside the 10. Shut the gate again. Under the post. Oh, this is a
professional
performance by a side doing great things throughout the tournament and on the local scene.
Yes, certainly they are, and they're playing probably to get the recognition of some of these decision makers up top to maybe get a Newcastle side in the National Sevens comp, and they're proving their worth here, the Hunter Women's girls. Ladies.
Yeah, that National Sevens is coming up later in November, if I recall correctly. We've got some friends of ours that play with the Queensland side and with New South Wales. I'm actually going to be going to the New South Wales Sevens training tomorrow, so we'll be observing their recovery practices. One final night that we have in Sydney, so getting as much rugby as we can, and seeing what we can take back home to the States to improve our players.
So pinching ideas off us Aussies to go back to the United States of America. Good stuff.
Right. It's just like Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Invented here like the black box. Took that too. In any case, back to the actions. They're trying to take the ball here, but they can't. Good run. Duagar with some good momentum going forward, trying to get some points on the board. It's 27-0 now.
And they've got the numbers out to the far side of the screen, moving the ball well. We'll see if she can take the corner on the outside, but it's Hunter doing well with her realignment on defense, preventing the big breakaway. But Duagar still ball in hand. This is probably one of their best phases of offensive possession so far.
Oh, look at the big dummy there, thrown. Almost sold, but not. So now the Hunter women again with that really quick line speed, getting up in their faces, trying to blitz them out of the competition. They do well here. Oh, look at that. That's quickness shown right there on the wing.
And
the acceleration.
Gilbert offloading at will. Oh, what a shot. The big shoulder.
Yeah, we've been waiting for it all day.
Tua put it into her and knocked her for 6.
She cut her into her, Peter.
She did. She split. She's got the wobbles. They're trying to plaster that lovely woman back together. We know she's able to plaster herself, but unfortunately the scrambling defence is well done there. They're 2 metres out, they're in. Hello, Australia. Hello, the world. The Hunter in her again. Oh, Liz, how excited is that? That was a beautiful try here on finals day.
It was good work by Hunter. Again, good offloading, taking advantage of those broken plays. It was Duagar with that big hard hit. The ball popped loose, but Hunter did well to recompose themselves and get another try. So across the line, leading 32-0 pending this conversion kick.
Yes, certainly. Hello, world. Who are you? John Laws, Peter Jolly. We've got the man with the golden mic up in the commentary box very exclusively on Bar TV.
Joining me 9 to 12, Monday to Friday on 2SM. The kick.
He'll probably sue you for that.
He probably will. He's got enough money, doesn't he? The Woolloomooloo freak.
Oh, he's got the lifestyle, that's for sure.
And speaking of his good mate, Ray Hadley. Ray was up
Saw
there.
him the other day for the country
he was up there,
police championships.
Up at the bay. Did still a job emceeing that aftermath presentation.
After match.
Yeah.
Function.
Here's a chance, Gareth Wasik. They're inside the half. Oh, they're running out of support. Where's the support going to come from? They're going to pass it, but they've passed it to themselves.
Yes, unfortunate there, and that will be full time here. So Hunter Women's Rugby Union advance 32-0, and that was a good win, emphatic win. In fact, Liz.
Yep, it'll be Hunter facing off the winners of the match across the way on Field 2, where Sydney University is taking on the Lloyd's Indigenous side. So as we get updates, I'm sure they'll be posted all over Facebook and all over Twitter. And it'll be more rugby action yet to come today. Fantastic Cup semifinals ahead, both the men's and women's sides. Of course, the Place semifinals set as well. And a lot of upsets, a lot more to come.
Yeah, there certainly is a lot more to come, and this UON Sevens tournament on the Central Coast has brought out the best in everyone. Of course, other major sponsors here, Destination New South Wales, Central Coast Council, and of course, Kinesio, BLK. As we see the two sides come out, we've got a quick interview from Catcher on the touchline.
So, hi, congrats for making the ball final. How was the game? How's the tournament?
Yeah, the tournament's been quite tough. We've had some ups and downs, almost beating the Aussie gold team, so that was really a proud moment for our girls. Just a local rep team, so we were super proud of how the girls have gone. We've got some new players and some experienced ones. That last game, the intensity was there from the start. You could see that, so yeah, we were proud of how we went then.
Fantastic and good luck. Thank you.
Well, we're back now. We've got West Harbour, and they're taking on the Newtown Rugby Club. It's a high kick-off there, West Harbour. They've got a couple of players from all around Australia in their side, and Newtown playing in that hot pink. Very nice colours out there. The pink versus the black. The old versus the new. What do you think of it, Liz?
Yeah, we saw a few men from this pirate side of the Byron Bay, and they were sporting their pledges smoker, so I'm glad to see that they've got their full kit on today. They had quite a good game yesterday. I was watching some of their action on field, too. I think they came up against one of the Australia sides. Of course, with the men, we have Australia, Aussie Development, and the Aussie Universities teams, so a lot of depth here.
Oh, the inside ball turned Jordan to pay, and he had a couple of big moments yesterday. The Pirate, and they're looking to expand the ball out wide, and the game certainly nobody's yet. Both sides looking good with the ball. As we go now, the big man, Albert Tusui, and there's a player down on the far side. They'll get over there at the moment. He hasn't really moved. Looks like it might be a head knock on the far side. They will play through it, though, and that's a penalty. They may get someone off there at the moment.
Yeah, it's always a tough situation. We've come across that before, too. We are looking out for the player welfare. You also don't want to be attacking shorthanded with the ball, so I imagine that if they do need a sub, they'll bring him on now. But, of course, the player welfare and safety coming first.
Yeah, that's right. There's the man on the screen injured right now. It's all about putting safety first in these tournaments. Trainers going across to just determine the extent of that injury. First half, 2 minutes elapsed, 5 minutes remaining here. A beautiful day unfolding here on the Central Coast. Look at that, picture blue skies.
This is Wyong at its finest, Peter. As the ball boy, hat backwards, might have to turn that around with the sun coming out. Just to, as we speak of safety first, slip, slop, and slap. Liz, are you familiar with slip, slop, slap?
I am not, but I think I'm going to find out, aren't I?
What is it? Slip on a T-shirt, slop on some sunscreen, and slap on a hat.
That's what they say.
That was the go-to message as we were growing up as kids, Liz. Is sun safe is so important over here,
especially in Australia,
in our great brown land.
It's the UV.
See, that was like last year. We were here at the tournament, and it was close, 30, 35 C even. It was a hot one.
It was hot last year. The storm clouds came in the afternoon rather than the morning, so as we mentioned before, climate change playing havoc in Wyong.
So the Pirates here looking to open their account here on finals day, running around trying to create havoc. But Newtown pounce on the ball, and they're approaching and going beyond their 22. What a shot that is from our ground camera, taking you right into the thick of the action here on finals day.
Getting all the haircuts.
And the colour, and the excitement, and the atmosphere, and the sounds of this tournament. That's the go-to shot, I reckon, of the match.
Oh, isn't it? What? That's Sevens personified. There's a couple of arse out there.
Look at the muscle tension in the legs about to go as he puts that ball in. Look at that.
It's a good drive by that scrum out of West Harbour and gives them plenty of space across the field.
Exactly. And Roney trying to hit it up with pace. Just short of the 22 here. 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Are they about to get over the line for the first time? This is Pilikana. He got the ball out the back. It's keeping it alive. It's hot potato. They're spinning it from right to left. Are they about to put it on? Where's the support player, Liz? They need to throw it. Where's he going to come from? They're just going to take the tackle, but a penalty goes 22 metres out from their opposition's line. They're going to take the tap, Gareth Wozniak. You can feel points. You can get that tingling feeling. Get that tingling feeling, all right. They've tingled their way over the line for their first try. Oh, Liz, have you got that tingling feeling? It's 5 points to 0. I know I've got the tingling feeling. Have you got the tingling feeling,
Pete,
Gareth?
Unfortunately, that's a cold sore for you, mate, coming up. Anyway, Liz, that was a pretty good try.
It was good work here by West Harbour. It was really, pressure defense here from that Newtown side. You saw them drive them back. Fortunately, the referee saw some sort of infringement. Called the penalty.
No. Here's the kick, Liz. Unfortunately, it's waved away, but we've seen our first try of the first half. It's 5 points to 0, and it came from that man on screen right there.
It took them a while, didn't it? The West Harbour, they were looming. They've had all the possession. They've had the weight of possession. And now the Newtown side, can they hit back? We know they're an invitational side. We know they like to throw the ball around, and that's what they're going to need to do to get back in this match.
Yep, still plenty of time to do that with 2 minutes left here in the first half. If they can go through with some momentum, get a try, and get the extras, it's a lot easier when that kick doesn't go 10. They can free kick midfield.
Oh, it's one of my pet hates, Liz, and I'll tell you what. We haven't seen too many good kicks here this morning. The wind, the breeze, it's blowing into their faces. And now what can the team in pink do? Oh, they can turn the ball on the inside. The gap opens up, and here they come, throwing the ball around as they promised they'd do pre-tournament, spinning away, flicking the pass, coming closer to the line. And they're 5 out. There's space out wide. Oh, he's going to be penalised for not releasing the ball, Liz.
Yeah, some good rugby. They were definitely on their first foot forward, running and receiving all those passes at pace. Unfortunate turning over the ball there. Anytime you give away possession, it just makes it easier for the other team, and most of the time leads to a try the other way.
So there's the plays on screen. Feeling the heat here today.
If you see on the far side, there's some sort of donkey over there with...
I think that's a seahorse.
Oh, it is from the university, of course. The University of Newcastle, the famous emblem of the seahorse. Of course, the seahorse, an interesting animal in itself, the only male that can impregnate itself. That's a bit of trivia for you out there. The University of Newcastle, proud hermaphrodites.
Seahorse. There he is. I wonder if he's got that tingling feeling.
Oh, I don't know, Pete.
As we see now, that's the 22 here, Gareth, under beautiful blue skies. 5 points to 0. Are they about to turn on the
ignition, the accelerator? They certainly are, Pete. Have they gone over the halfway?
They've done it, and then we see about 5 Newtown players all around this West Harbour ball carrier. They've got plenty of space on the field, out to the left side, numbers 3 and a sideline to beat.
And
Yes,
they've got a winger out here. If he's put the foot down, look at him go. Support play on the right-hand side.
The Hooters gone, but they're going to get over in the touchline there.
Salpa gets there.
Salipa.
10-0, Liz. Wow, right on the stroke of on the stroke of the horn.
Oh my.
So they went 95 meters for the try. They're getting the penalty on the other side of the field. It was good work by West Harbour taking advantage of getting the ball in hand and coming the other way. No time left in the half. They're going to go up 10-0 pending the kick. It's a tough angle. I'd be surprised if they were to make it, given the wind and the conditions today. So yesterday they dealt with rain and cold.
What are our odds, Liz? Oh, he's punched it. Oh. See it pull up in the breeze there. I was gonna give you 10-1 there, but in any case, it's half time, and it's a great tournament. The sun's out. Mr. Whippy's out there. He's getting plenty of ice creams away as we go down to the halfway line with Catcher.
So I'm here with Lottie Tungiri, or as the Australians know you, Lottie Tukiri. Central Coast Tournament, you're here with the Racha Felice team. How do you think it's...
Yeah, it's great. I think, the fact they're over here and they're going really well. I think, there's a lot of other teams here that have been put together and everything else, but these boys are from the one village, no extras, one team, and they've been, in camp for a while now. So I'm really excited to see how they're going to go later in the day. But the weather's turned it on as well, and the Central Coast is a really good tournament to put yourself out there against some really quality teams.
Yeah, so we have a few Fijian teams, and also the Aussie teams have been stepping it up with New South Wales just beating Police, which is a great outcome for the tournament.
Yeah, great. I thought, once you have a high quality teams, it makes everyone else get better, and you've seen that with the development team, with the New South Wales development team, and also the Aussie team as well. I think yesterday was a bit of an eye opener, and they've come out today and really worked on what they needed to do last night, and it's a great tournament for that.
Well, it's great to have you here, and good that you're enjoying the tournament.
Yeah, it's a great day, and I enjoyed it even more. So let's go right to Felice.
Thanks.
Well, that's probably the interview of the day. Catcher getting Lottie Takiri, absolute Australian rugby and rugby league legend, as now the play restarts. Newtown, they're up against it, 10-0 down. West Harbour shrugging away from the tackle right in front of our commentary box position as they spread the ball wide now. Looking to go up the middle, but they can't. Good defence by Newtown. We saw them in the huddle at half-time there off the back of that interview, and they're steeled for something special in this second half. Oh, the no-look pass goes to ground.
Big palm, big fend.
Yeah, Salipa, he gets through in the end and puts a little goose step on at the line and gets through the other side and gets them up over towards the 40. And now they go wide again. The back spin pass thrown there. And we see a lot of skills in the West Harbour side, and they go towards the touchline. Oh, Newtown head off the charge there, lucky. Oh, around the back flick pass, but the referees deemed that as forward. What about the skills there?
Yeah, I think that was right place, right time for that Newtown player to intercept that. Otherwise, it surely would have been another West Harbour try. They're doing a great job coming into contact, drawing in about 3 defenders every time. Like you said, using that stiff arm or the palm off, and trying to create space for their own team and then getting it out wide. We'll see if a try can come here. It's going to be a West Harbour scrum about 5 meters out from the try line. This is a situation where you are looking to score. Certainly don't want to turn over.
Did you just call me Shirley?
I did.
Or was it Shirley? In any case, quoting many of the great movies here in the Bar TV.
Party box.
Party box.
What a shot. There's the benches.
Having fun.
So we see a free kick here now to West Harbour. Another opportunity for them looking for that try line. See if they can get their 3rd try of the match. Still about 5 meters out.
So let's see if they can crack it here. Spinning, weaving, jinking, straightening the play, offloading opposition plays at will. The whistle goes, and it goes the other way. And they're going to take the quick tap here, Newtown, and what's going to happen here? Well, they're going to bust the line. That's exactly what they're going to do. The chasers are on. Over the halfway line they come. Support's coming back on the left-hand side. Now it's their turn to put on the left foot step. Now it's their turn to show everybody what Sevens rugby's all about here. Enterprising play. They've still got a chance. They've still got a light. They've still got the switch on. The switch might turn to reality if they can throw it back on the inside. Razzle dazzle. Now they switch it. This is going to be the try of the tournament. What a try, Gareth Lozic, if they can offload. They do. Put it down. He does. What an absolute bell ringer. That is superb. The fans go up. The crowd love it. That'll bring the crowd back in 2017 with tries like that, Liz. Look at this, Lil. We're calling everybody our nicknames. Look at this, Gareth Lozic. They spin it from right to left. Look at that. Beautiful work.
Peter.
I thought for a moment they were going to bomb it, but they didn't. They executed it, and there's the kick, and it's gone down. So 10-5. What a try. And the kids, they love it. The stars of tomorrow's future.
Well, there's 3.5 minutes remaining in the half. Our clock has gone to get himself one of Big Mama's pies. So it's just dropped off the screen for a little bit.
Hey, Liz, have you had one of Big Mama's pies?
I haven't yet. I get to have my meat pies here in Australia.
You haven't had a mummy's pie?
I have not. I'll be sure to get one before
you
the next round
need
of
one.
games.
You need one. Big Mama's pies. Nothing
they are really
beats
good.
it, mate.
Bit of pastry, bit of chunky beef. You can't go past it. Bit of Tommy sauce. That's how we do it down under.
Washed down with a Foster's.
I thought you guys don't drink those down here.
We don't.
We don't drink them in the States either.
No, they drink it in the United Kingdom, though.
A Budweiser.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Coronas.
We have Newtown with a scrum coming away again here, about 40 meters out from the in goal, looking to maintain the momentum of that last try. You called it so beautifully. See if they can give you an opportunity to do it again.
I'd love another opportunity here. Are they about to provide the opportunity for the fans to get excited? They look the goods. They look the speeds machines. Look at them fly. Penalty will come, though, Liz.
Yes. High tackle. Quick tap taken. They're up against it now, the West Harbour side.
So they put the boot to the ball, and they're going to rampage their way down inside the 22. They're stepping, they're jinking, the fluoro yellow boots shining with the afternoon sun as it's now 10 points to 5. West Harbour in front. They're jinking, they're stepping. They love the jink, they love the throw, they love the go. But the go fell out the back door on that occasion. Scooped ahead, and it's all come to a climax about 5 metres out, Liz. Wow. Have you seen... That was quite nice, wasn't it? That was very nice.
It was very typical of what we expect out of Fiji rugby, though, looking at the steps and the offloads. So we've seen Newtown's barely had any possession this game, and they're still full on in it. We know watching Fiji in the World Series that anything is possible, anything can happen. They've got the scrum. It's going to be a West Harbour put in, and of course we're going to expect some fast and furious defense from Newtown trying to create a turnover and create that final try.
Are you an inquisitive type, Liz? Do you like a little bit of inquisitivity?
I do.
You thinking, you know where I'm going with this?
No.
I see a coffee in your hand. how do you rate coffee here in Australia compared to the US? Because everyone I know, they say the American coffee is way better, but I don't know. That's your 10th of the day, isn't it?
It's
you
my
love
first.
your buzz.
And it's a tea. I gave
It's
up drinking
oh,
coffee.
You're a green tea.
So I was working with our physio staff and our health and wellness coaches, and it kind of came up that coffee just doesn't work that well with me.
Doesn't really?
I have enough natural energy.
You buzz enough?
Yes.
Very good.
That tingling sensation, right?
Yeah, tingling
just in the mind.
Oh, it is. It is. So what does the green tea do? Like a calming effect?
You know, it's something warm on a cold day like this. And, you know, the antioxidants and things that are all just good for you. And it's, something different from just drinking water all the time.
Yeah, it's a nice look, though. Very nice. And thanks for the, Gareth's singlet top as well. It'll look good on us.
It's all about that swag, right? You have to represent your program with pride, and we like to share that around the world.
Yeah,
we picked up, you mentioned yesterday I had my Brisbane Broncos hat.
Yes, where's the Broncos hat?
I left it at home with the sunshine today. There's no need to wear it. But we've come across, all the clubs that we've trained in with and against trading kit.
There's a chance here now for the Pirates. Liz, we'll come back to your Broncos hat shortly, because they're one of the biggest teams in the National Rugby League competition. And now, he's tripped over. He couldn't get to it because he's still on his haunches, back up towards halfway. The siren's gone in the background. They're looking around. They're throwing the dummy. This is razzle-dazzle. The siren's gone. They booted it a touch. And that's about all she wrote in this one. 10-5 West Harbour over Newtown. How would you sum that up, Liz?
I think if you're Newtown, you're heartbroken. They had the chance on that final play. They had the kick through and the opportunity for the try. Players taken out, and the referee said play on. So if you're West Harbour, I think you're wiping your brow saying, "Ooh, that one's over and done." They're going to be it's going to be the Bull final coming up, correct?
Yeah, that's it. Stay with us on Bar TV. We've got a plethora of sports coming your way throughout the summer, but don't go anywhere this afternoon. We're live, multi-camera action right here on the home of the Central Coast Sevens, Bar TV Sports. Where else would you rather be glued
of the Pirates.
but to Bar TV Sports here this afternoon? Let's go down touchline. Here's Catcher.
It's good that we got a new guys in the team, so good exposure for the boys. Get used to play some sevens. Right now, it's good fun out there.
So West Harbour's stepping up the Sevens program this season?
Yeah. Todd's looking to try and bring in a Sevens season starting this year and try to build on to the next few years. So just wants to have a good tournament here and then carry on to another couple of tournaments, I think. And just trying to build our Sevens tournament, get a bit of pre-season going, get the fitness up.
Well, you chose a tough tournament with all the Fijians and national teams here.
I know, they got our legs running, man. These guys are quick, man. A lot of running ahead. It's too much, I got to say. Dying out there.
But good luck in the bowl final.
Thank you.
Thanks, bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Catcher. Great job down on the touchline. Liz, we've just got a few moments now to just fill in before our next clash here on the field, one for finals football. Just talk to me about your love of Australia. I mean, it's your third time now here, and you've seen plenty of our wildlife, but I understand you're yet to see a crocodile.
You know, we saw a couple at the wildlife park, and the ones in the enclosures. We have yet to come across them in the wild. We've been on a keen hunt to try to find some kangaroos too. That hasn't happened. Fortunately, we've been able to avoid those big huntsman spiders, so we're not missing out on not seeing them.
Definitely. Well, our next clash, Liz, before you go, I'll get a tip from you. It's between the Ozbox and the New Zealand Wasps. How do you see this one faring?
I think the Ozbox are going to come out hard. They have something to prove, and they definitely got the skill. This isn't the typical New Zealand Wasps team that we've seen in past tournaments. I mean, several of their players played in yesterday's test, where it's New Zealand versus Australia, and the women taking on action before the men. So more of a development side than the New Zealand Wasps have brought before. If I were a betting person, I might say Ozbox, but you never know with New Zealand skill.
Yeah, good work, Katie. The Ozbox here, launching a raid through the gap up the middle of the field on this opportunity. So this is our last game before a break here at the Central Coast Sevens. So a penalty going to the Ozbox.
And you're going to be leaving us for the day too, Peter, which we're really sad to hear, because your form this morning has been exemplary.
Thank you, Gareth.
It's been out there, it's been wild, it's been befitting of this tournament, mate.
Where are you going to send me, mate, for the rest of the 3 weeks, mate?
I know you just want me to say it, but Bar TV is going to be sending Peter Jolly to the Four Nations. So get on our Facebook site for all your colour, all your Four Nations interviews, everything that's happening over in England, or as you like to call it, your mother's land.
Yeah, heading over there later today and looking forward to be able to bring the colour and the excitement of the Four Nations back to Australia. Of course, the Australian Kangaroos, the favourites of the tournament, but I wouldn't write off the English Rugby League side as well. They had a big win under Wayne Bennett yesterday in France. So
let's go back to the action.
Interesting to see.
It's Rugby Sevens, Peter.
Exactly,
get back to the game.
Yeah, what we saw there is a line out to the New Zealand Wasps. It didn't go 5. They were trying to do the tricky first person, whatever play you want to call it, but not going 5 meters. It gives a free kick to Ozbox, so now a bit of open play for them.
There's a penalty there too, so the Ozbox. It's going to be an interesting game. They're just feeling each other out at the moment. The ball goes wide, inside, looking to straighten up the play, and they do so.
That's Erica Fowler that had the ball. She's the one yesterday that was on the receiving end of that great fend from Japan.
Yeah, she certainly has come back well here, and the jaw and the nose and the face seems to be okay, because she had that injury a couple of weeks ago, didn't she?
She did. She's a tough player. But right now, it's New Zealand Wasps showing their toughness. They've got the numbers out to the right as they come away with the ball from that ruck. It's a good attacking opportunity from them.
We're seeing Grieve in the 10 on this close side to the commentary box in the Wasp colours. She scored some good tries over the last couple of days. None so more than earlier on today. And that's diving over, says the referee. Quick tap taken, gap opens up, and that opens up the scoring. Aura Williams goes under the sticks untouched.
Just like a hot knife through butter there. That's something that you don't want to concede if you're the Ozbox, is giving away those easy tries. So it was a penalty. They weren't aligned on their defense, not calling out their marks, or perhaps just not calling them out so their mates are hearing them. An easy try up the middle for New Zealand. Of course, they have to be happy with coming away with an early lead. And the kick to match. We haven't seen as many conversions today with the high winds.
No, we haven't. That's exactly right. The wind has played havoc all day, and if anything, it's got stronger as the day has progressed. But one thing it has done is clear the clouds, which is a good thing, because it's a sunny day here now.
Lace is going off, will be rested. He's going back on for the Ozbox.
Drop kick taken, going over the head there, and going into touch off the kickoff. So
it's good coverage, a fantastic smashing tackle by the New Zealand Wasps. We'll see what they do with their line out this time around. I reckon they'd go for a more traditional one, seeing as their last trick play didn't quite work.
The line out as you see the Ozbox interchange bench there, looking on in with anticipation.
And they proved me wrong, and this time it does go 5. So drawing in all those forwards there off the line out, and that way using the space on the field out wide. It looks like they're realigning. Yeah.
If they had it going around the corner, it was on there, Liz, as they go forward now, taking the ball off the back of the breakdowns. The Wasps controlling the possession quite well. All the big angry palm comes out. The Wasp thing, they call it, over in New Zealand.
Yep, they had advantage off that play before, and now they draw a new penalty. So it's again New Zealand all ball this entire half. They've been playing in the Ozbox half of the field. Ozbox doing well on defense to hold them just to 7, and of course still 2.5 minutes yet to go in this first half of action.
Oh, what a pass, and there's space out wide. Couldn't float the ball out, but she picks up herself, goes again for the second effort. Oh,
reaches out,
and that's a try, almost a double movement, but the referee says that is a try, and good individual strength and effort shown there, Liz.
It absolutely was. So once again, taking advantage of those penalties and a little bit of extra space on the field. New Zealand Wasps going up 2 tries to 0 over the Ozbox. We'll watch for the extras here.
Havel on there, she is on the screen there in jersey 7. She had an absolute blinder of a day yesterday, and leading them well today. And there's a kick. It's successful here, so the conversion was a ripper. So it's 14 points to 0, the Wasps over the Ozbox.
I really thought the Ozbox would have had a better showing here. They really haven't been able to control the ball. They've been a little bit disappointed, the invitational side, throughout the tournament this year, I think. So something to build on for next year, Liz?
It would be, and they are a team that they changed their roster with different tournaments. I know they went over to Samoa, they made the finals in that comp. They are missing one of their stronger players. Libby Cook-Black is actually one that's played quite a bit of rugby league for Australia, representing on the women's side there. So we've seen her carrying water out. She's nursing a bit of a knee injury, and certainly one to be missed with this Ausbox squad.
Yes, they certainly miss her class, that's for sure. She's a linchpin. She really gets the attack going both sides of the edges, but I tell you what, they don't need the edges as they go up the middle towards the try line. Look at that, the big fend. Oh, brought down 5 out. The space out wide, they may not need it. Standing, oh, it's a drop ball knock on, so now the Wasps have it.
I think that Ausbox got a bit lucky there too. The referee played a very short advantage. It looks like Wasps had their hands on the ball, but she blew the whistle, so they're going to get the scrum and possibly prevent another try from the Wasps had they been able to go downfield the other way. So we'll see what happens here, about 5 meters out from the try line.
Yeah, credit to Kendra Reynolds there from the Wasps. She got there in the nick of time. So now we see Polly Pale with the ball, about to put it in here. On her left-hand side for the Ausbox is Katie Harrison joining her at the scrum. Inside the last second, there's the siren in the background here for the first half here.
We'll get the scrum.
So what a morning it's been, Gareth. We launch into our afternoon session shortly.
So this time it is Ausbox ball on the scrum, a potential attacking opportunity for them. We see them with their backs lined up split. They've got their flag straight back in the scrum. Is she going to go right? Is she going to go left? We'll have to see if they can win the scrum first.
Yes, certainly will. Speaking of afternoon sessions, another guy leaving us today, Paul, our producer, he's going home for his afternoon session. He's going. He's going to.
That's probably a solo session. Oh, she reaches out. Speaking of solo sessions, that's solo as they come. Oh, the Ausbox put that down for a 5-pointer on the cutting reel.
Yes, certainly was, and we're talking about the great effort everyone's been doing in the production room up here, and all of a sudden it opens up 5 meters out, and that is a very good try.
Can they convert the try? Here's the toe punter drop kick. She raises the flags. What a last minute or so for the Ausbox. They still trail though by 7. It's the Wasps leading 14-7 as the siren's about to go. In fact, it has gone at half time.
We'll see how animated their coach is at halftime of today's match. I know yesterday you were loving his expressions and his intensity. He has to be happy with that try right before the half, but of course trying to motivate them more to get a couple more on the board.
I don't know if we can get a... Yeah, there we are. There's the tight shot of the Wasps.
We might try and get over to the Ausbox in a second, but the Wasps, they look controlled, don't they? They're really talking themselves through it. That's the experience of playing together in a development squad. I know they're a little bit light on to what we normally see, but I think the experience in this second half might get them through.
Yeah, I love their calm approach to things too. You know that they're confident and assured in their tackles, confident as ball carriers. They've scored, off of those turnover balls, playing good rugby and taking advantage of any missteps that the Ausbox have made.
Then we see a couple of the Waratahs players. Sam Fogarty, hailing from the mirror of the Carlton Club in Newcastle, playing for the Waratahs. He's done well for a kid from Morisset. Play out of the Southern Lakes Club as well, around the lake.
Morisset just down the road from here.
We'll pull our producer hails from the lovely Dora Creek.
There's the Joe Bishop stand. Wow, can you believe, Gareth, that's 10 years since that structure has been built?
Yeah, it doesn't look dated at all, do they? They really built it for the future, didn't they? They've certainly looked out, really studied grandstands around the world, Pete.
They have indeed.
They come up to the Wasps, but that's going to be a short arm penalty, not making the 10.
Keeping everybody protected from the sun over there. Does a good job, the Joe Bishop stand. Joe Bishop, tremendous man in the local area as well, and only rightly so that the
what a nice strike line here. This number 14 for Ausbox, benefiting from the switch back inside, looking to go the distance. So Ausbox taking a play from the New Zealand Wasps whip, taking advantage of that kick not 10, had the free kick, but unfortunately a penalty to the Wasps. So we'll see what they can make out of possession.
They turn the ball over, attacking the line. That is a cardinal sin. They had every opportunity there to hit back. 14-7, they're a converted try behind. But now the Wasps looking to go a length of the field, coast to coast, Liz.
It is, of course, in the broadcast box. We appreciate her time throughout the morning session. She'll be back throughout the afternoon as well as we count down to the finals here. Who will win the cup? Stay with us. We're about to find out in the next 4 hours as the Wasps again trying to sting.
There's some heavy defence out there by the Ausbox as the space opens up on the left down the short side, and they come up towards halfway. They needed that to get out of their own territory here, the Wasps, and now they're looking to spread the ball wide. There's a bit of a one-woman advantage out there, getting through nicely, picking up for herself, trying to pop it, does it, goes behind.
Finds Hayblom. She charges into the defensive line. She offloads the ball. Back to Williams. Williams is wrapped up in a ball and all tackle. The ball pops out. There's space out here to the left-hand side of the field. They cross the halfway line. They take on Halu. And Halu wraps her up. But unfortunately for the Wasps, they've surrendered the ball in the Ausbox now. They come up with the counter-attack. And they're about to hit the halfway line. But they've been stung by the Wasps. And the Wasps come back up with the ball. Razzle-dazzle here on Sunday afternoon. Rugby Union coming live out of the Central Coast Sevens here this afternoon as we see a penalty coming to the Wasps here. And there's trouble down here for another Wasp. Her ankle definitely doesn't look the best as Hayblom throws a speculator out the back end into touch.
Yeah, it went way over the head there of the intended target, Sapphire Tupsall.
Trouble here though, Gareth. There's an injured player down here for Wasps.
Yeah, that was some fast and furious play, going with your Wasps and your Stingers. They were all like kind of going into a swarm of bodies there. There was space on the far side of the field for both teams. We'll see if they can realign and just play some good, calm passing rugby. They're certainly into this physical matchup, and both these teams have been doing quite well. 14-7, New Zealand Wasps leading, so Ausbox definitely looking to get another try on the board. See what they can do off the line out here. It's a good contest from New Zealand.
Yeah, it certainly was. They went up for it, and the Ausbox driven back, and it's going to be brought back to where the ball didn't go in straight. So now, scrum will be set. Ausbox. There's still plenty of time left in this match. 4 minutes, in fact. They can hit back on the board. We know they've got the skills, and it's whether or not they have the will to get back into it and advance in this women's side of the pool.
So we saw a hard drive by New Zealand, kind of whipped around, so it's going to be a free kick to the Ausbox, giving them a little bit of opportunity with the ball in hand. Looking across the halfway line. And, of course, if they're looking to do it, it's most likely going to be through the hands of their number 14. She's been quite a strong runner, good in physical contact. She had that nice strike line earlier in the match, helped with the try that the Ausbox did score. But it's New Zealand coming away with the ball yet again. They've got the numbers out to the left side of the field.
Tapsell shows it. Heads inside the 22. Ball spills out here. And possession comes back to the Aussies.
Well, it's 9-10 to the law, isn't it, possession? And the Ausbox just not.
They're the boys giving us a wave.
Shout out to their friends back home. They're loving it. The big cheeky smiles of the New Zealand police side.
Nice shot there.
Unfortunately, losing against the New South Wales Waratahs. That was a turn up for the books today.
Yeah, those New South Wales men doing quite a good job. Yesterday, upsetting Deveda 19-10, upsetting the Police in that 5-0 game earlier this morning, poking their way into the semifinals where they have a match up with Australia. So we have an all-Fiji semi on one side and an all-Australia semi on the other side.
Yeah, certainly looking forward to those matchups. Makes way for a very interesting cup final. The draws turned out to bring out some crackers in this final series on finals day. And I'm certainly looking forward to where the Australian side sits against the New South Wales side.
Yep, and coming up ahead in the women's action too, we have one Australian team versus Japan, and we have the other Australian team taking on Sunnybank. So,
Tapsell
scores another try. Sapphire by name, Sapphire by nature, because she goes over for a glistening try.
Oh, it made it look so simple with inside the last 70 seconds of this match. Here it is on the replay. Look at her go. Too quick, too fast, and 2 strong. And there she is on screen right now, just being congratulated.
Yeah, it's a fantastic job going to the weak side of the field. Found just that little bit of breathing room and tiptoed her way down that sideline. Good game awareness. And, of course, buying themselves a 2-try lead here with a minute yet to go. Anything can happen. I remember last year watching the finals and that Tabadamu-Australia match on the men's side. Tabadamu, I think, had 3 tries in the final minute. So we'll see if Ozbox can create some of that same magic.
Well, you said before you weren't a betting woman, Liz, and I'll take you on that bet if you believe they can score 3 tries within a minute, within 30 seconds even.
I would say, given the time left on the clock, 30 seconds might be a bit of a stretch, especially when New Zealand puts up an aerial contest like that, too. Not only did they take the ball from the air, referee showed advantage, and now they've got the numbers out to the right side of the field.
Yes, certainly do, and they've proved that coming over to the Central Coast Sevens was certainly a good option, getting away with a win here against the Ozbox. That's another penalty.
And again, great development opportunity, as this is a younger and less experienced New Zealand Wasps side than we've seen in years past. I know there's times where we've come out and we've seen the likes of Sarah Goss and Portia Woodman at this tournament, obviously not here today. And so this is the youngsters getting their hands up saying, hey, take a look at me for Tokyo 2020.
Well, that will blow full time there. A couple of knock-ons, scrappy play towards the end, but the New Zealand Wasps come out victors 19-7 against the Ozbox women's side. That's been a pretty good fixture here, and we'll say goodbye to you, Liz, and we're going to say goodbye to you as well, Pete. It's been a pleasure having you both in the party box for the last couple of days.
Yeah, thanks, Gareth. Always a pleasure to be involved in the Central Coast Sevens. And Liz, I'll see you same place, same time next year.
Next year, absolutely. Thanks, guys.
And Gareth, I'll see you in 4 weeks' time.
Oh, let's hope. Let's hope you make it back, mate.
No worries, mate. Well, you have a fantastic rest of the afternoon. The entertainment will keep on going. And stay with us, ladies and gentlemen, because the finals are not too far away on a beautiful afternoon here on the Central Coast.
Well, that's Peter Jolly. Thank you very much for joining us all day, Peter. And this is going to be an interesting matchup here. We've got the Fiji police side, unlucky before with their spoils, taking on the ACT Brumbies. And we're going to see some exciting rugby. The Fijian side, one of the favourites to take out the comp, falling short against the New South Wales Waratahs in the last game. The siren blows. Referee checks both sides. It'll be Fiji with the kick-off. The police side, it's a high one. It comes back. It's batted back by the Brumbies side. As we scramble around, Pete Jolly leaving the commentary box. And we'll be joined by a plethora of stars throughout the afternoon here for Bar TV Sports. So now the ball coming on the inside. Korea Gasa gets the ball out. They work a little play around the corner. They'll be wanting victory here. The Fijian police side. Well rated. Especially this man on screen in the 6. Korea Gasa gets the ball out, looking for the inside play. Gasa comes around, goes wide. They've created the overlap. Oh, the space, the ball goes to ground. Can he get around? Yes, he can. Matai on the far side scores another try for this Fijian police side. So, for our viewers, for our listeners out there across the world, we're going to be switching streams for the afternoon session after this match. With the score now 5-0. The conversion unsuccessful. So the Brumbies side, they almost won their last match. It's unfortunate they got through, and as did the Fiji police. It was a 5-0 scoreline. As now they get the ball out. The Brumbies now attack over the 22. Get themselves set and ready. There's Going. Going has proven very elusive, very quick player, and certainly on the radar now of some of these Australian coaches here as the space opens up. He gets away, he runs out of support, looks for it, goes backwards about 20 metres. Now they look to use the width of the field. A little knock on picked up by the referee there. Of course, the afternoon session will be joined by plenty of stars throughout the Central Coast Sevens. I believe Elia Green's going to come up and say hello to us. Jesse Perari, of course, he's one of the ambassadors here for the Central Coast Sevens. Brett Gollings as well from Devetta. An absolute massive name for Fijian rugby. He's going to come and have a chat as well. The in and the way. Oh, they get around a Matai. Matai will score another try, this time on the left-hand flank. Nice try there to the number 12 for the Fiji police side. As we go now to the replay, we see here, he puts the little jink on, the in and the way, and just too elusive, too quick, and in the end too fast. And the Fijian police side may just prove a little too classy here. Well, that ball comes off the post. Kurai Gasa. He'll come back into the line. Won't be taking the restart, though. And this ball now goes flat, goes short. Brumbies come up for it, battered back by the Fijian police. Short arm penalty there, taking the man out. Now the Brumbies attack. They get to the 40. Dance around, Going has it now. Goes wide. Good hands here shown, good composure by the Brumbies side. Switching back in the middle, they're going backwards, they're losing ground. It won't worry them though as they find a bit of space now. Oh, the flat ball, line ball as they advance forward now. Ben Johnston. The Fijian police may be coming through offside there. Yes, referee agrees. So now they'll take the quick tap. Andrew Robinson goes forward as they head wide again. They've got a bit of space. There's one-on-one inside ball, and that will be Ben Johnson to score a try. We'll go to the replay shortly, but the 2-on-1 that they just created there is as good as you'll see in Sevens rugby. And here they come here, look. The step gets outside. His man had options inside, outside, went inside to Johnson. And Johnson scores a try. So the Brumbies, they're back in this match. Although they missed the conversion there. 10-5 remains the score. They're a try behind. And if they can hit back now, before half-time, this game is anybody's here. It blows up in the breeze. It comes back towards the Brumbies. Oh, what a take. Cots. He's still going, Cots. Going. As they step off the left. Oh, it opens up. Gets a ball free. Going. Goes without it. So now counter-attacking here. The police side. Dummies. Inside ball. This is where they're dangerous. Stepping. Getting away. Spinning. And now Going comes back. Saves the day again. Scored a hat-trick in the last game. So now they'll hold up the play. Just wait for the support players to get around. And the Fiji police do well to get over. Advantage being played. Quick tap taken. Pretorius, Jeeps, oh, big shoulder comes in then. Going, spins the ball wide. There's an overlap. Robinson can't get around. He loses the ball, but it's going to come back for a head-high tackle. As they come all the way back. There's 1 second left in the half. The hooter will go. So the Brumbies looking dangerous as they switch back the other side. Create a bit of an overlap. Kites gets inside his man, outside his man, feeds his man on the outside, and Mitch Duche will score a try. So try in the corner. Mitch Duche does well. Andrew Robinson has the ball. Can put his side into the lead at half-time here, but no. And again, coming off the side of the boot, but to be fair, the breeze is quite stiff here, and it would have probably held up in the wind in any case. So we go into half-time. Nice run there by Cots, feeding his man on the outside. Duche, he's been one of the standouts for this Brumbies side over the last couple of days here at the Central Coast Sevens. Of course, brought to you by the University of Newcastle. If you are listening in, tuning in from all around the world, consider the University of Newcastle when you come here to study. One of the best campuses in Australia, both in Newcastle and on the Central Coast. Of course, Central Coast Council, the other major partner, amalgamating recently between Wyong and Cessnock. It's a marriage made in heaven. Oh, Wyong Gosford, sorry. I'm delirious up here. The oxygen's quite thin for the viewers out there. And of course, destination New South Wales. Visit newsouthwales.com. Plenty to do around the city. And indeed the country. And indeed Wyong. Why not? So we're going to come into the second half. We are going to switch the streams, which you can get to the Central Coast Sevens website to get the afternoon session. And, of course, Bar TV's Facebook and Twitter. If you do want to get in the game, hashtag CC7s for all your social media. And the wind's going to take that over the 10-metre line. That's a nice kick for the restart, but unfortunately Brumbies don't come up with it. And the Fiji police side take it up to the 40, but that's a penalty. Diving over. Quickly taken is the tap. Fed wide. Here's Gassa with a dummy. Flicks the ball out to nobody. The Fiji police side get it. Matai, he scored a double, but he's well taken care of on the far side there. Wrestled towards the touchline. They lose about 10 metres here as Korea Gassa gets it back towards that short side again. The big Fen comes out. Oh, tripped up at the death there, Matai. Sorry, Matai is infield. Here's Korea Gassa. Looks for him, but he ducks under the tackle. Ball spins out now. Here come the Fijian police side. Looking to put a 2-on-1. They turn themselves inside out there, and the Brumbies come across in cover. And now the ball comes wide. Juggled. Stepped. Aroni Sau scored a couple of absolutely brilliant tries yesterday. And the penalty will be drawn. Coming wide again. Putting on the goose step at the line. Here's Sau getting back to his feet. Karoe Gassa gets it back to Sau. Sau flicks it back. But the flag goes up on the far side. Right in front of the Joe Bishop stand. Najuku coming on the field as well. And you can see the touch judge flag over there, how stiff it's making the set piece. And of course the kickoffs, they've been an abomination all day today. Turning on the inside. The Brumbies, they haven't really seen the ball in this second half, and they may not need to as it opens up. Inside ball. Oh, Cots goes without it, lets it go. Bounces, but it's going to be a knock on. The first time they've touched the ball in this second half, and immediately they make a line break as Luke Duffy comes on the field for a change. And Tawaki for the Fiji police side. He's going to come in and try and make an impact as well. There he is on screen, the number 8. Right on halfway on the far touchline. The police flick the ball out. Let's see what they can do. They can open up all right as Matai can't get around his man. Nice defence showed in the touchline. Holding on to the ball. It'll be a Brumbies tap or penalty. We'll see how they go. Yeah, they go for the quick one. Cots spreads the ball. Oh, reaching for it there. And Mitch Duche, the try scorer, goes without it. We'll see Izzy Tito come on the field. As Going comes off the field, he's the danger man. He's the guy that was going to set things alight, but he's been given a rest. He's scored a hat-trick here today already, but now the Fiji police side looking to accelerate here down the sideline. And that will be a very good try as Tawake scores in the corner. So, back to the action now, and the kick taken. It's all happening up here. It's going to be all happening in the party box in the second part of finals day here at the Central Coast Sevens. And they go deep there, just trying to consolidate the win. The Fiji police side. The Brumbies with everything to do now with just under 2 minutes remaining. They flick the ball inside and unfortunately goes into the arms of Najuku. So now, here's the try scorer. Out wide career, Gassa does well. Matai on the far side. He's scored a plethora of tries here all weekend. But they go back using the full width of the field again. Holding the ball up, straightening up now. Throwing it over the top. Najuku is unmarked on the wing, but he's going to go back in field. Lets the ball bounce. They don't mind losing a bit of ground to make a bit of ground here. This Fijian police side held up as the Brumbies defensive line readjusts here. Tawake, he certainly proved the difference since he's come on the field. And goes back towards the right to that man, Tawake. What can he do? He can step, he can jink, he can throw the ball inside. And Capone Paul taken down. Here he is again. Getting involved, playing on for himself. It's Tuibua. He cleans out, consolidates the ball, and Najuku gets it to Gassa, who gets the ball out wider, and the gap opens up. Ratu Meli will go all the way and score. Oh, what a tackle. Pops it up. Matai goes without it. Desperation stuff. Duffy it was. So the ball goes outside. Brumbies looking to get one more try here. And now they go forward and it opens right up to Shea. Look how quick he is. He's going to go all the way. I thought the game was over. He scores under the sticks. And now the Brumbies have a chance to win the match. Well, can you believe that? The game was almost over, all but over. The hooter went. And look at that, straight up the middle. The Fijian police just took their eye off the ball, eye off the player, and he has scored a very good individual try. And now the Brumbies win the match, and that is a very big upset. The Fijian police side, they'll be disappointed with that. We're going to take a quick break and swap the streams over. We're back with all the action of the afternoon session.